All right, sorry guys, I was looking for my royal regalia and couldn't find it. Hey, Ryan, designated. Matthew, good to see you, abroad. People wouldn't be starving. They probably wouldn't. I do find it hilarious how just absolutely obsessed that one lady was. Pleasure to be here. Well, welcome in, Mr. Shadier. Okay, let's go ahead and hop on in. We are exactly where we left off last time. I do say I have no ventures in progress. That's a little concerning considering it's late Earth season. We definitely need to be venturing. Last time around, we were hungry. We were really hungry. We just cannot get ahead of food. Normally, I kind of like to have like high 2, low 3 seasons of food is about perfect. I appreciate that the game doesn't give you an exact number because generally speaking, that's kind of how it works in real life. You don't know exactly how much food you have stored. So interesting there, but painful, very painful. I actually didn't know we had the son. Oh, right. We just got this last time. The son of Sharandar. This was the original horse. So Reda and her descendants will be stronger in combat and wise at negotiating with outsiders. That seems rather useful. We also have the Turtle Stone. We get extra bonuses when we fight cautiously. When we win by fighting cautiously. So that'll be something we'll try to do a lot of. And then Eralda's Soothing Bell. I assume we got this because of our Eralda history, and it's been good. This is procced a couple times when we've been attacked by Chaos. So I literally didn't know that was a thing we would get from that, if that's where that did come from. But that has been really handy because Chaos sucks. Chaos really sucks. Okay, so we are in harvest season, so at least our food might go up. We have this turn to get a little more. I think we are going to definitely venture and attempt to get some more food from that. So what food ventures could we do? We could go foraging. Less effective in dark season. Yeah, that's not stellar. Not really the time of year. We could herd. We could go hunting. Again, dark season's coming though. Yeah, that's a little ouch. Our goods are at 140. Keeping the goods high so we don't have to sacrifice herds is kind of nice. So indirectly getting food. I think we're just gonna herd here. Increase our herds. Remember, we do get milk from that, so that does produce some food. Hey, Gray, how's it going? Is this the setting that Warhammer stole the idea of chaos from? I don't know how long RuneQuest is. I don't know which one came first there. Yeah, I don't know on that one. Somebody that's a little more in tune with that one would have to say which one came first. Similar but different though. Okay, I think we are going to stick with herding. Let's do it. Castrand spent time in the pastures. Thanks to the ongoing leadership, the herders figured out we now have 12 more cows and at least one more horse than we would have otherwise lost. All right, good job, man. Well, there goes our bell again. Followers of Wakboth the Devil and their very bodies warped and reconfigured by their unholy worship appeared at your gate. As you reach for your weapons, they shout to inform you of an upcoming raid by the forces of chaos. For only 20 cows, we can teach you a quick, straightforward chant to Wakboth, which will divert his mighty forces to another target. No, I don't think we are going to be working with chaos. Your nose is a carrot. Your words are lies. A king cannot be seen to suck at the breast of chaos. Couldn't have said it better myself, Ivan Lantho. Other clans look unkindly to understate the case on those who truck with chaos. None can say that the builders appease chaos. That's right, Decia. Fighters injured driving off these monstrosities won't be able to defend us from the bigger battle to come, and I see no reason to doubt that it will. Wakboth is destruction principle clad in otherworldly flesh. We have never propagated a chaos god. We shouldn't do it, but can veil any chaos pact from the eyes of our neighbor. Yeah, I think we're just gonna scornfully refuse. Yeah. Chaos be gone! Mood plus. As they left, they called out, "Walkboth shall feast on your livers," and waved as if saying words of cheery farewell. People took heart in our refusal to be cowed. We dared to flout chaos to its face. We doubled patrols so we would not be caught napping when the chaos horde arrived. My head is an octopus. Your argument is invalid. I love these art pieces. Yeah, we fought a lot of scorpion Spider-Men in the last one. There's a chaos goat. There's a dude. A diverse host of chaos creatures masses, seemingly drawn to Bernstead. Most are Waktapi, though there are a few brews and scorpion folk. Even though we were on alert after the visit by the devil worshippers, they somehow eluded our patrols, and we have only 9 swords and 64 bows available to fight them. It was hard to be certain, but Karina thought we were certainly outnumbered. We certainly are. The problem with the hunting venture is it doesn't work in the dark season, so I would rather do it right after the dark season so that we get the full value out of it. Mr. Shadier says, Warhammer was actually born when Games Workshop had a bunch of RuneQuest D&D models that they couldn't sell, so they made their own setting. Well, and the irony is Blizzard, for Warcraft, made an entire Warhammer game without permission, and then they asked for permission after the fact, and were told no. So don't feel too bad for the poor billion-dollar company Games Workshop, or Blizzard. Ironically, Chaos seems remarkably organized. Yeah, this is like the Joker of Chaos. All right, let's see what we got here. So, our choices are, we don't have time to gather everyone and their livestock into the fort. Hunkering down risks the Waktapi hunting them down. Beren used magic to destroy Chaos hordes at the Battle of Stormfall. All right. She wants to use spirits. It won't be easy, but I'm willing to take the lead. All right. Dressia stalks rising. We have a few warriors, so it'd be hard to defend the walls. It would also be hard to fight them outside. Our people trust Dressia to lead the defense. Oh, that's a T. I thought that was an I. When you are surrounded, it doesn't matter where you aim your arrows. Saradin, a man after my own heart. We're not surrounded. We can just fire in all directions. Love it. We do need someone to take charge. It seems like the best vote is actually to use spirits. All right, we'll send our hair spirit after him. All right, Dresta, the people trust you and your renowned shaman magic. How much magic do you spend? Screw chaos, we're gonna spend 2. How does Dresta focus her efforts? Most shamans can't control oak fed. I may not be able to keep it from doing some harm to us. Okay, so there's oak fed, the great wildfire spirit. That sounds rather dangerous. Beast spirits, wind spirits, or summon whatever spirits are closest. Shoot, I don't remember. Didn't we have a portent at the beginning of the year about wind? This is the problem by playing periodically like we're doing. I think we had a portent about wind. The previous year was about fall coming early. Should have used more magic, it's late in the year. Yeah, but it does carry over to next year. It's not use it or lose it. I think we're gonna go wind. I seem to remember a portent about that. Plus moon, minus swords, minus population. Dresta summoned wind spirits and sent them to attack the Waktapi. The Waktapi tried to grab our spirits with their tentacles as the Chaos Force advanced. Just before they got to us, our spirits flew at them. The Waktapi were formidable, but Karina concentrated our forces, each one in turn. It was not an easy fight, but the surviving Chaos army scattered. 8 of our warriors were dead, and another 16 were hurt. Ouch. When they say warriors, I wonder if they mean swords or if they mean actual warriors. Because I don't think we had 24 swords. So I guess they just mean people who were fighting. That was good. That was really good fighting chaos. Screw those guys. All right, we are in early dark season, and I still need to run another venture this year. We could step up patrols. The king never leaves. He left once. Dark season's a good time to keep people busy with adventure. The clan tends to think that royalty is an important institution. We should build a shrine to Uroks. Yeah, that needs to happen sooner rather than later. But I would rather do it after the new year so we don't have to pay upkeep on it. People tend to be selfish. We need to get our clan mood up. Members of the council are popular. Okay, let's look at ventures. I do want to do another one. Crafting is just a good one. It's not the time to do hunting or foraging. We could recruit some more clan members. I don't think we're like super low on people. We could look for bandits. This is not a great time of year to also be traveling. This isn't the worst, but it's not good either. Warriors usually mean a mix of swords and non-swords. Okay. How the heck is the trickster popular? She hasn't done squat. Yeah, but she hasn't like smeared maneuver all over our ancestral shrines either. I think Ursinol, or whatever this god's name is, isn't quite as chaotic as Raven is. Okay, I am leaning... Well, gym crafting also could be kind of nice. Fletchery also wouldn't be terrible. We could just have our militia really well equipped. I don't know if this affects hunting. It never did in the past, at least to my knowledge. Combat training also isn't terrible. Training is good for a year. I mean, we're almost certain to have at least a fight, right? I'd like to actually successfully get a cattle raid. Maybe let's get our combat up. We're not miserable on goods. Karina led the spear drills every week and eventually was pleased with the progress of our fighters. She's sure they'd be more effective for our next battle. Children are a poor man's riches. Doesn't leave. During the sacred time rituals, we devoted 1 point to clan magic to harmony and 1 to health. People tend to think that royalty is important. Okay, nothing else of interest. So we were in late dark season. I guess conversely, even with my previous point, building that temple now, I do kind of have a free moment. I need to go scour our lands for chaos. We're getting a lot of chaos crap. Am I able to do that? I could. I would much rather get another food blessing, but then again, if we're just continuously getting attacked, that's not going to be helpful either. Help shepherds grow. We're running Rudel, but we don't have a bless or a temple for it. Healing also could be kind of nice. Hold on, how are we doing on that? Okay, this is not that bad. Chaos is really bad in this game. Yeah, it's kind of the time of Chaos Rising. He's not as cruel. Yeah, Raven was freaking cruel, man. Yeah, I think I want to get the anti-chaos shrine up, even if we're gonna have to pay the upkeep before we get too much use out of it. Well, look at that. While hunting, your docile devotee, Hanth, is bitten by a centipede spirit. A spectral poison will soon take hold of him, debilitating him for some time to come. Your shaman, Dresta, refuses to help. He asked rudely, she says, and when I spoke to the centipede, it said that Hanth had broken a taboo and then insulted it as well. The spirit says that if we counteract the poison, it will curse us all. If you ask me, Bumptius Hanth has deserved something like this for some time. I mean, he did refuse to support the crown. This matter is beneath my royal dignity. People don't just forgive Hanth's flaws, they admire them. I won't repeat the terrible things Hanth said to the centipede. Wow. An angry spirit might ask for considerable magic. A spirit curse will afflict us with hunger. True. To live is to suffer, and that's the joke. I think we're gonna have to let him take a lump here. Maybe you shouldn't have been so rude to the centipede. I definitely believe you wouldn't have done that, member. Definitely. All right. Sorry, dude. I hope this doesn't come back to bite me. No pun intended. Minus mood plus 1 sick. He fell into a deep and fretful slumber. Our healing magic could not wake him. People decried the council's indifference. How would we eat without the game caught by mighty Hanth? Yeah, but the centipede was gonna, like, curse us all, so that probably would have been worse. We'll see. Okay, so we could do Berserker or Smite Chaos. I think we are gonna go Smite Chaos, specifically. Storm Season is not the time to do it, but then again, maybe we do it anyways and scout our territory for Chaos. Just out of curiosity, I can't build another one, right? Yeah, we don't have enough worshippers. Traveling is not the greatest at this time of year. Yeah, I think we're gonna try it. So let's explore our own territory. Oh no, it's a venture to specifically hunt for chaos. Well, that's all right. We'll try to explore our own territory, and I'm gonna go pretty hard on this because it has been super dangerous lately. We found a one-legged brew near a little pond. Of course, we dispatched it. I believe a brew is the like cattle-headed chaos. So hey, there you go. That worked. It is still late summer, or late storm season. I think we're gonna do it twice. I think we are just gonna try to get through here. Maybe we can find something. What I'm looking for really is more trade goods. We're back from scouting our own lands. The wind through the rock was just right, and we heard the most amazing music. Okay, well that's not very useful. Reda and Caranth both report favorable circumstances for powerful rites to aid your clan. Reda says, the appearance of a horse head cloud allows a ceremony to bless both our horses' fertility and diplomacy with other clans. Karina says, the discovery of a sacred sword permits a blessing to strengthen our arms against foes. Each ritual requires immediate community participation, so we can't do both. Deny both, neither supports my crown. That's short-sighted. Don't ask the sword what the arm should do. Neither will say so, but this is personal for both of them. Horse magic is fine if you want them to gallop away from fights. Forced agreement is no agreement at all. We can't do both and it would be hard to get them to agree. We need more proposals like this, though not simultaneously. I agree, Bereva. So I don't think that they're gonna agree with each other. They're just too headstrong. Of the two of them, we're already running a combat rite. I kind of want to bless this. Extra horses is good, and some diplomacy would not be bad. I think we're gonna, well, then again, if I can say make them agree, them not doing it kind of falls on them and not on the council. Although both are on the council. They're never gonna switch. All right, we're gonna do the horse rite. Plus mood, minus 2 magic. Reda led the rite, whose success our god talkers affirmed. She said it would continue for 7 seasons. Okay, well, we made it. Last year, 28 babies were born. We initiated 16 children as adults. The clan has no more people, 1 fewer head of cattle. Hey, the fact that we're not negative people is already good. 11 more horses than last sacred time. We're poor in livestock and have enough horses. Our crafters produced goods worth 65 cows. Market was 39. I wish they would sum that for me. So what's that? 95, 104. That's actually up from our 100 last year. Maintaining our shrines took 26 cows and goods worth 52. We have too few spirits. Our seers had visions of a horse with a white blaze. Elmal wanted us to raid before we were attacked ourselves. Okay, so we need to do a raid. We're known as the Clan of Kings. Our trickster gambled with Ermal and won luck for the clan. And Bereva cheered people up with her merry japes. All right, well, good job. Look at that magic, though. Look at that magic. We came into this with what, 0? Because I spent 2 on that last ritual. So we have 10 fresh magic here. All right, let's see what they have to say. Leave some in reserve. It can help our magic all throughout the year. It'll be easier to convince other clans to help defeat Nontrea if we have diplomacy. Yeah, that's right. We still need to get that up and running. Yeah, okay, I'm very glad we got that Diplo. Often it's better to concentrate our magic in few areas. The mood of people's reserved. The membership of the ring lets us devote more magic to certain areas. In general, other Beren clans think poorly of us, nor are they impressed by our small herds. Ouch. Pasture magic will help us raise more cows and sheep. Our herds are low, so this is a priority. Yeah, fields, pastures. Hey, I'm able to do 2 here. Wasn't I only able to do 1 before? Wilds, craft, harmony, health. And oh man, yikes. Okay, no health. I think we're gonna say no harmony because I'm gonna go hard on diplomacy. Then again though, we also need to do a raid. That feels very foolish. But we've been told to raid, so we will raid for sure. All right, we're gonna do this. I wish I could max both of these out, but that's just not feasible. And we definitely are not lowering anything that affects our food. The Urkarlings lost a lot of their stored food to a foul-smelling rot. They will be eating a lot of lichen for a while. Okay. We can start another venture. A foolish person lies awake all night and worries. When morning comes, they're tired. Yeah. Okay, I think we're gonna start with a venture for food. We should send somebody to scour for chaos. Oh, then again, as much as I would like to do that, maybe we need to do our chaos stuff. Where is that? Scour for chaos. Yeah, I think we better just do this. It's been too much chaos lately. We've got something around here. The fact that even my exploration was able to find one is very worrisome. Delmara and her hand-picked warriors set out on the task that might keep them away for many seasons. Unlike other ventures, this requires an extended time away from home, rooting out chaos. Well. A terrifying being with a bulging head, fearsome tentacles, and a man-like shape somehow made its way into the citadel. It snatched a child, then skittered out of sight. The lore speakers say this type of chaos creature is called a Wakatapas. Oh, we are not going to forgive him. No builder left behind. If you cut a Wakapas in 2, an hour later, you'll have 2 Wakatapai. If a Waktopus can get inside the citadel, a vampire could too. Well, that's not helpful, Retta. Uroks might ward the citadel, but how often does chaos attack it? For an outside hunt, take more than 4, but fewer than 9. Not here. A Waktopus can use its tentacles to fight 4 enemies at once, or squirt a cloud of poison gas. Our future is full of dead babies. Okay, what a cheery bunch we have. So, they want us to call on Uroks, send a hunting party, creatures long gone. No. I think we're gonna call on Uroks to ward against chaos. We have several different chaos wards. I can't believe these things are getting in. All right, we're gonna do 8 goods. Do you want to perform a stronger rite that might risk the integrity of your shrine? Yes. Plus mood minus goods. The mark of the winged bull appeared on our citadel wall. Priest said this would bolster us whenever chaos tried to come inside. Didn't get the child back though. As a reminder, we didn't conduct any harmony. Yep. Okay, so we are in late sea season, so this is not raid season yet. Now might be a good time though. Maybe let's bolster our swords again. We'll offer an additional gifts worth 1 cow. We'll also take people from outside the clan. Recruit. 5 more warriors. We're getting pretty high on warriors, but we're obviously doing a lot of fighting. Minus food. Our food situation is grave. We could ask for Cenala's Rudal blessing to stave off future trouble. We can also go outside the clan and trade for food. Right now, we face the possibility of starvation. We're gonna hope for the best Yep. Sip. And I'm going to immediately go do that. So this is early fire season, so we'll have to do our raid next turn no matter what. I really need to get a shrine here. Really need to get that. Now we could do Rudel. Do we already have... Oh, we are already running Sure Shot. Okay. Sacrifice. No, I didn't do anything extra here, so I'm going to overspend a little bit on Rudel. Let me just see what people are saying. At least 7. They didn't say anything. All right. We'll go 9. Our sacrifice was favorably received. Okay, good, good. Well, well, well. We are being raided by the U Mergini. There's 9 chariots and another 112 on foot. They slipped past our patrols. We could only raise 6 swords and 67 of our bows in time. All right. I think we're going to go hard on this one. That's going to mean we don't have any magic left over, though, for our offense. All right. We're going to try to drive them off. We were told to raid before the raider, the flame-maned horse spirit. We're doomed. Well, he should be more generous with his time period because we're starving to death. All right, we're going to drive him off. Okay. We're going to try to conduct a magic ritual. Which ritual do we prefer? Battle Glow, firing up our forces. Battle Lust, Firehoof, allowing our horses to fight with you. Sever Spirit to kill a few enemies at a distance. Strongbow to punch through armor, even at skirmishing. The Urok's Wind, deflecting missile fire. We're going to do Firehoof. Our musicians were able to complete the Firehoof ritual in time that we're ready to meet the U-Mergen advance. As our priest completed the ritual, the hooves of our horses began to spark as if they pranced about, ready for battle. Okay, we're going to let Karina have her day. Karina feels the might of Hamukt filling her, right when the chance for personal heroism presents itself. Take out as many wheeled footmen as possible, attack the enemy or the enemy's strongest, fight a boastful warrior in a scythe-bladed chariot, concentrate on leading the forces. Let's kill a chariot. That's going to be their equivalent of a sword. The battle paused as the 2 heroes fought. Then the charioteer noble fell. Karina raised her blade in thanks to Hamukt and rode back to our ranks. Okay, so we are slightly winning. We need to push them back to this side to win. If they push us back to here is when we lose. All right, let's try... We're going to fight cleverly. We saw that they were trying to fight cautiously and gained an advantage. Karina said that nothing was certain, but our combat abilities seemed better than theirs. We're going to fight cautiously for our turtle win. Sometimes a battle has a pivotal moment when a leader has a chance to act heroically. This is one of those times. The battle rages with casualties on both sides. Then, clashing warriors make way and fall silent as a white-clad priest of the healing god Urildar strides onto the battlefield. Too many have fallen, and the Master of Mercy demands surcease. Stand back so the auxiliaries on both sides may restore the wounded. He heads the U-Mergen auxiliary. Jarlanth stands closest to him. The healer looks to him for a response. So naturally we can grant this. You may heal your survivors after we have won, only if you withdraw. We don't love these guys, and I'm probably gonna go raid them right after this. Okay, we're trying to be diplomatic though, only if you withdraw. He conferred the U-Mergen war leader who agreed. Divine magic energy permeated the battlefield. Many who had seemingly died were found to be clinging to life and revived along with those lesser severely injured comrades. As promised, they departed our lands. Nobody died. Wow. Urmal is our war god, and we didn't pay attention to him. To raid before we were raided. Our war magic will suffer for years to come. Okay, well, that sucks. That really sucks. I was hoping that we could raid on the second time around. Lesson learned, I suppose. Yeah, that sucks. I don't have anything else to say about that. To maintain our temples, we need to spend goods. We have as many temples as our worshippers can sustain. If we had more ram allies. Our clan magic is exhausted. We won't be able to use it in emergencies. We have not yet found all the regalia. Yeah, I know, man. Although I worship no god, I can lead a ritual if you need me to. We need Dostal's Sure Shot to feed ourselves. We sure do. Man, the problem with not having these shrines is I have to spend so many turns just trying to feed ourselves. All right, we're gonna try it again here. We'll be more likely to spawn if we offer at least 7 cows. All right, let's go 8. We received the blessing. Less than a season of food. Oh my goodness. All right, early Earth season. We have not done any Diplo. And remember, we do have that event that we need to go fight those chaos things. So that's another thing that's happening here. I don't remember which one we succeeded at. All right, we'll just avoid that problem by going to talk to the Kestangi. We'll send an emissary. And we will send them with 8 goods. Go. Your emissary, Reda, nears the Kestangi settlement. She brought 8 cows worth of goods. Help us throw Nanthrea the Taker. Reda seeks Kestangi aid to help in a combined ritual against Nanthrea. The Beren Telly tribe needs you, or we must all fight chaos. Their chief doesn't respect the gods. She will reject a religious argument. Interesting. Let's just go with we all must fight chaos. They agreed to support whatever ritual we came up with. Chaos is a treacherous foe, and it's easier to fight together. Their chief, Urvarna, swore an oath to send help when we are ready. Her lore masters would try to investigate Nanthrea while they were waiting. Okay, so we have 2 people that have agreed to help us, if I remember right. In response to a whim, your lore speakers have begun to investigate the question of the lost royal regalia. Finally! The Horn of Vingot, Mantle of Redalda, and Crown of Beren were taken into battle to aid King Vinglath. When he died fighting the Scorpion Man army, the treasures were lost. Studying the carvings made to commemorate the woeful battle of the Stingers, they believe they have an estimated location, somewhere to the north. This would be a good first place to look for the lost regalia. Okay, that's really good, finally. Anyone who does not want the regalia is a dullard and a swine. Wow. Even if it doesn't permit a true coronation, Vingot's horn will improve the attitude of other Baron clans towards us. Ivorlantho is chief, so the Horn of Vingot will confer its magical advantages on us. Half the clan wants the regalia, the other half doesn't. The item of regalia we will most likely find at the Battle of Stinger site is the Horn of Vingot, a treasure Renalda incorporated into her husband's coronation rite. The Battle of Stingers instilled such terror that storytellers do not wish to speak of it. Lost regalia above food? Apparently. All right, we are going to immediately send explorers to the site. They are telling me to send combat. We're going to send our best combatant. Do not fail us. I'm going to send you 6 swords and 10 bows. Minus those things. Most of the clan folk don't seem terribly interested in the expedition. They will. You just wait till you see that regalia. The White Foxes fear us the most, and the Yellow Hill clan thinks the least of our might. It's late Earth season, so we are harvesting. I really don't want to mess with that, especially because we just sent people out. We do have another venture. All right, despite the fact that I don't like doing it this time of year. Oh, actually, you know what? We could herd. Yeah, let's herd. We didn't have enough cattle last year. We have 16 more cows and 2 more horses that we otherwise would have lost. Okay, 741. I wonder what our ideal number is. Early dark season. Okay, it did say we didn't have enough warriors, and that's because we have 20 that are out. That being said, though, oh no, we have 16 who are out. That being said, though, I think we're gonna recruit again. We are just in absolute crazy amounts of battle. We were able to only find 1 qualified warrior. Ow. Oh no. The heck? The dwarves who came up through the grate in your cellar are struck again. This time they took another one of your treasures. The bell? No. No. I was willing to look aside, but not my cowbell. We need more cowbell. We're gonna have to go down there. That really sucks that Karina is away. We're gonna go hunt those dwarves. This is gonna be so dangerous. All right, Tindalore, you have excellent combat. I believe in you. You're also old, so if you die, I'm just saying. This is gonna hurt. That bell has been absolutely vital multiple times. Minus mood. Tindador wiggled his way a few feet down, then cried out in shock and agony. We pulled him out to find a metal bladed contraption slicing into the flesh of his ankle. Clearly, we would be unable to take the fight to the dwarves. They booby-trapped it like the cowards they are. Man. Insufficient warriors, war magic stress, low food. We do have good horses and bountiful game. We're in a bad way. We are in a really bad way. All right, well, let's try to send out another expedition, I guess. Here's another ram that is relatively close to us. Let's send an emissary. We will go with the 8 goods again. The Garandari lore masters were able to discover more about Nantea the Taker. Nantrea hated Ernalda after the Earth Goddess spurned his love for her. He spawned the Talocans to execute his revenge. With priestesses from different clans playing the role of the 6 sisters in the ritual, we can fool Nantrea, or at least his minions, into thinking that Ernalda and her household are at Bernstead. He will be drawn to her, and we can spring an ambush, both magical and physical. Our temple to Ernalda will make this easier. Okay, so we have a plan. Delmara spent several seasons looking for the signs of chaos. All of a sudden, the hairs on the back of her neck rose. For a second, I thought that said the hair on her back. A small brown snake with 6 heads tried to hide in some dead leaves, but Delmara sliced it in 2. The dying snake tried to speak, but it died before it got more than a few words out. The air outside our lands was so thin and cold that we couldn't breathe. Diplomacy will have to wait. Dang it. Dang it, dang it, dang it. Early storm season is unpredictable. All right, we can't start another one, right? Yeah, we cannot. We could try to get a blessing of some sort up. We do have some sick people. We are not looking good on our adult count. You know what? Let's get our spirits working again. I bet you they have worn out. Yeah, our fishing is not up and running. Foragers find things. Sneaking. Healing. Food. You know what? I want the food. Bargain with the heron. Destra made an argument with the heron spirit to help the clan. The spirit showed our fishermen where to go, and they brought food for the clan. Most of it was pike, but also a number of frogs. Reda, who frequently travels past your walls for the latest on other clans, informs you that the Zeth Marlings have acquired a treasure your sages thought destroyed. The Beren Bane banner grants its possessor a decided advantage in combat against you. This is why I spend so much time writing to neighbors, Reda says, to hear bad tidings right away, when there's still time to act. Its mere existence is an affront to the royal line. They harbor no great affection for us. They need merely fly the banner over their hall to gain its benefits. To seize it from them, we would have to plunder it. They probably bartered 25 cows worth of goods for it. Bane banners appeared during the era of opposition before King Beren consolidated his authority. When Ermal met Raven at Redalda's wedding, he sewed her into his banner. A lot of those things are not helpful. Shouldn't you forage? Foraging hunting is always going on. When you do a venture, you're just doing extra of that. Just for the record. The clan mood is worried about starving. The chat mood is worried about regalia. We already have debuffs. Yes, we do. I don't like the idea that they have this, though. We could try to raid, but I'm already kind of cursed. Then again, we still do have our war magic. I think we're going to try to seize it. I have 16 swords available. Plus mood. We unified under the need to destroy the banner. Complaints that would normally have levied against the ring were quelled. Okay, this is a very bad time of year to do it, but maybe we're gonna be just a little crazy. Maybe we're gonna be a little bit crazy. Oh, shoot. What was the name of the people who had it? Oh, no. Saga. Here we are. We learned that the Zethmarlings. Okay, Zethmarlings. Raid the Zethmarlings. What? I thought we were I thought we were friends. Why would you guys grab a Bane banner? I feel doubly betrayed. I feel betrayed. We're gonna send 16 or 15 swords and 100 bows, and we're gonna call on our alliance. The Glorantha sent 10 warriors. We avoided the patrols, and our 15 swords and 100 bows are facing 7 swords and 95 spearmen. Delmara noted that the Zethmarling chief was daring in combat. Okay, well, we're gonna try to plunder because we want to take the banner. Okay, well, we have no magic, so that's out. We outnumber them greatly. Let's actually reserve 1 in 7 fighters. They also did reserves. While we set aside reserves, so did they. We'll skirmish. The Zethmarlings tried to circle around us, but our missiles took a heavy toll on them. We're gonna fight cleverly. We broke their shield wall and gained an advantage as they had to regroup. Our choice of tactics helped end things. Wow. Am I good at combat now? The battle was brief. We drove the Zethmarlings from the battlefield and were able to plunder their lands. Our share of the plunder was 32 cows and 7 horses. We took 17 cows worth of loot. Using the healing magic, our auxiliaries saved 1 warrior from dying and bandaged 2 of the wounded. So we only have 3 wounded. We killed 6 of their regulars. Amid the plunder from our raid against the Zethmarlings, we found the Beren Bane banner. We burned it, and we'll never again have to worry about this sinister artifact. Team, I'm very proud of you. The raid was bafflingly successful, yeah. And now we're being raided by the Orotanthi. They have 6 chariots and 109 warriors. Our patrol saw them. We have 15 swords and 117 bows. You know what? We have the advantage. I'm going to try to kill as many as possible. Okay, so we have a slight numbers advantage. Let's do a reserve. Our withdrawing of reserve forces confounded the Orotagan maneuvering. Let's decide the fate of some disabled foes. Nearly a dozen Orotagan warriors had been blinded, at least for now, by Elmal's dazzling light. The sun god had obviously responded to our war priests. We're going to take advantage of the opportunity and attack them. We struck down 10 of our foes, praising Elmal. Other Orengo Tangini came to their aid, vowing vengeance. We're going to fight. We're going to hold our ground. Okay, we lost a little bit there. They fought defensively, conserving their strength. They gained the upper hand. Delmara said that this would be a tough battle. Remember, we don't have Karina here right now. Let's commit the reserve force. I think this is almost always a good play. Like I said, this is rock, paper, scissor, sun god, nuclear weapon, chaos axe. It's a very weird system. They attempted to fight cleverly, but could not react to our reserves. We gained the upper hand. Let's take some risks to win. Oh no! At the right moment, the Orotagini sent their death carts to support their footmen. They ended things. It was a bloody battle. Their magic scorched us. We were driven from the battlefield. The Oro Tengingi drove off with 10 cows and 7 horses. Our fortifications protected our other wealth and saved some of our sheep and cattle. Due to their prompt healing, auxiliaries saved 1 warrior from dying and patched up the wounded. We had 9 regulars die. Wow. That was rough. That was very rough. We went from slightly winning to losing that battle. Which goes to show that having your good general here is really important. Orlenthonk died of old age. No doubt he would have complained about how elaborate his funeral was. Our hunters and herders will miss his advice. Yeah, this was the guy who was really good at helping our herds. Okay, last year, 28 babies were born. We initiated 13 children as adults. We have 30 fewer people, 33 more head of cattle, 6 fewer horses. We have sufficient livestock. We have enough horses. Our crafters produce goods. Our markets made stuff. That's only 93, so that's way down. Maintaining our shrines took that stuff. We don't have enough spirits. Our seers heard whispers in a strange language, but could not make out the meaning. Okay. All right, that is the bare bones of what I would do. I think this year we're gonna try to do the ritual to fight Neolda or Nate Taker or whatever his name is. That would mean I would want a bunch of ritual. We also would need to go exploring. Yeah, we don't have enough to do the ritual this year. Let's just put 1 point in exploring. A chaos deity offered the chiefdom of Flamesinger clan wealth and longevity if they took some of us captive and sacrificed us on a blasphemous altar. They want us to know that they refused. We deserve Knuppets, their emissary said, but not like that. Okay. All right. I appreciate that. We have a lot of sick people. It's sea season, so we are planting. We don't want to go anywhere. I think we're going to try to heal people. Sick people are not helping plant. That is not good. Let's do it via our healing spirit because this is relatively cheap. Our healing spirit could do nothing for Hanth, but did cure 9 of our sick. Okay, cool. Helpful. I wonder if we need to get Hanth onto our council. We have as many shrines as we can do. We're spending stuff. Magic's at an adequate level. We need to find the regalia, but we have an idea where to search. We need Dostal's Sure Shot. Are we not running Dostal's Sure Shot? We are not. Why are we running tracking? I wonder how that got turned on. All right, let's sacrifice for Sure Shot. 8 goods. Dostal was not moved by our sacrifice. Dostal knew no worshippers of Dostal served on the council, which would have made the sacrifice easier. Ow. Our food situation is dire. We're gonna hope for the best. People hoped the ring was right and we'd be able to bring in some food. I finally awakened from the dead sleep induced by the centipede's spirit poison. By Ermal's beard, I sure had some strange dreams. Our regalia hunters came back alive, but empty-handed. Karina said the world was becoming more dangerous. Parts of it weren't even there anymore. Well, that's terrible. Strange reptilian beings known as dragon newts hail our hunters in your wildlands. One of them speaks a strange, confused version of our language. Okay, maybe this was our prophecy. Despite Graximation, an eternally desire to abjure entanglement, the chaos malformation requires us to harvest your willingness to traffic with that which is outside your ken. In exchange for what we extract, we will give you twice-fold another like quality, the assortment of which we shall now specify. Do we want to get involved with Scalies? You clicked on tracking, not Sure Shot when you did it first? Oh, shoot. Okay. Not gonna lie, if Flame Singers were being honest, that's a make an ally level of action. I mean, they still don't like us, but I agree. Better to have a foe that is willing to fight you fairly than one who is willing to truck with chaos. Hey, Droog. Good morning. I missed the first stream, so I'm completely lost. We are Regalialessness clan. We are in a bad way. We are starving and chaos is at the door. Dragon newts are weird in Glorantha. Their dragons are weird too. We're already doomed. All right, let's see what they got. They offered to relieve us of our gullibility. I mean, that's kind of nice. I don't understand any of this. Choose the gift of seeing. I mean, an Ouroboros eye sounds amazing. That kind of reminds me of what's the Zechian? He has one of his like demon lords that he can see the past and he can see the future in perfectly, but he can't see the present. That's what that reminds me of. They look tough. Let's not pick a fight. Great mythical hornswaddle is more like it. The great mystical step back is the truth I have been groping for all of my life. I mean, again, this guy's really smart. If you wonder what tricksters look like when you suck all the humor from them, behold the dragon newts. Wow. That's a pretty sick burn, actually. Okay, so literally anything, literally nothing, take the eye, literally anything. All right, so the eye, I'm gonna assume because our shaman votes for that has to do with spirits. However, this dude seems really good. The great mystical step back. I don't know what that means. Yeah, Keros, but you don't know which head sees which time at any given moment. Yeah, that'd be really confusing. Babel kind of wants to take the Ouroboros eye, but I also think Saradin is a really good advisor. He's humble. He doesn't have any gods that are like influencing him. I'm gonna take him. I'm putting my money behind Saradin. Don't let me down, my man. Don't let me down. Plus mood. In exchange, they took some of our openness to outside dealings. Okay, that's not stellar, but we already had a bonus to that, so maybe we're just back to neutral. We saw the first dragon lay eggs at Caro Fin, from which Dragontine would hatch. For a moment at least, we understood the three principles and beheld the desperate acts that might keep the higher worlds threaded together. Though full understanding of this vision soon faded, we were left with the knowledge that adherence to the self would kill us if we did not learn to let go of it. Self being capitalized. You speak in riddles, dragon. Taking me a step back sounds like a step backwards. Well, we might need to take a step back though, because the old ways are failing us at the moment. I don't know how to interpret that, but we might need to take a way back from self. Remember that for me. Okay, so we are in early fire season. I kind of want to go and do some actual exploring. Boulderwood, Ithmari Mountains, Whisperlands. Let's maybe try to go to Whisperlands. Oh, we can... Okay, so we could head that way. We go to there. It's relatively close, and it's a name thing on the map, is basically my thought process. All right, we're going to give you 5 swords and 5 bows. And we are going exploring. This is technically to the north. Okay, scent. Late fire season. Okay, maybe we don't have any war blessings, but maybe we could do a quick little herd raid. We have not succeeded once in a cattle raid. That is disheartening. All right, we're gonna go tiny herd raid. Oh my goodness. Why are we so bad at this? Normally a small group can slip in and get a couple cows. All right, we're gonna go survival. We are gonna go for maneuver. The non-Irani outmaneuvered us, forcing us to attack them at the bottom of the low rise. We're gonna try to withdraw. Although we tried to withdraw, the berserk kept us there. It was soon over. We had 4 elites wounded and 2 regulars killed. We're getting bodied today. We are getting absolutely bodied. Emissaries from the Urkarlings clan came to offer bushels of stone to eat. When times grew dire, their earth priestess learned to alter pebbles and gravel to provide true if meager nutrition. We heard you're badly in need of these, they said. The Urkarlings are known to hold you in good regard. They must have heard of your recent distress. A royal clan should rather die than eat dirt. They discovered this magic after the fading of the tribe. Real food is always better, but their magic is genuine. We need a gift from the gods, not some terrible stone-chewing one either. These stones could stretch our food supply for a year or more. What do they taste like? Probably dirt. This game looks like King of Dragon Pass. Yeah, Beren, this is So King of Dragon Pass was the original game. Then Ride Like the Wind is a prequel to that. And this is Lights Go Out, which is the sequel to the prequel. So all of this is happening before King of Dragon Pass by hundreds, if not thousands of years, but it's the same world. We are a very weird clan. In Ride Like the Wind, we were riders who merged with rams. So now we are a ram clan that is strongly influenced by riders. So we're very unique. I believe, Araska, that they are not planning on making any more, unfortunately. That was what I had thought too, but it doesn't sound like we're going to have any more, unfortunately. I think they have something posted about their next game. It's called like Thousand Hells. I don't know much about it. I probably should go read the article again because it looks awesome. That's so sick. Yeah, it's really good. If you liked King of Dragon Pass, King of Dragon Pass was updated when they did the mobile release, so it's a little slicker than it used to be if you have a modern version of it. And B, Ride Like the Wind was really good. And so far this is good, but really hard. I'm getting absolutely bodied. Like, legitimately, I'm kind of worried we're gonna lose. This game looks to have sold really, really not good. That's so unfortunate. That's so unfortunate. I think it's on sale right now. Somebody want to go check that on maybe Steam and GOG? How much of this is based on the save from last game? I don't know, Gray. There's definitely been a few things that were from last game. I'm pretty sure that we are against the water people. I'm pretty sure that was one of my choices. I can't remember off the top of my head, but I called out a couple of them last stream. The big difference between this series and Dragon Pass is it's very focused. Yeah, I will agree with that. I was a little annoyed in Ride Like the Wind with the way it worked for an ending, and I bet you this one works the same. Just FYI. It's 55% off on Steam. Well, there you go. Good time to hop on into them if you're interested. I definitely would play Ride Like the Wind before I play Lights Go Out, though. I will say that. This, you don't have to. It is a standalone story, but, you know, it's like reading Lord of the Rings without reading The Hobbit. Okay, so accept, neutral, 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 don't take it. Look, if he says this could help feed us for a year, I think we're gonna have to accept it. They like us, so it's not like they're trying to make fun of us. We're gonna accept. Mock +2. They said that we have honored their earth priestesses. We bid each other farewell. Later, word got around that we have been reduced to eating rocks. Our enemies smiled and our friends worried. We did not blame the Urkarlings for letting things get out. They acted out of genuine goodwill and themselves felt no shame when eating rocks. I mean, imagine how easy your supply lines would be if you could just feed your army rocks. We're like trolls now. Okay, we are in early Earth season, so we are harvesting. We still have a lot of sick people. Our food is low and we can start a venture. I think it's gonna be venture time. And we need food. We could do foraging. or hunting. You know what? This one is for whoever keeps telling me to do the hunting. This one's for you. Hanth is back also. Hanth and our hunters found a previously unknown game trail. They were able to return home and bring home more food for under a year. We only have 1 season of food still. All right, it's late Earth season. We can do our other venture. I think we're also going to get foraging up and running. Man, Cenala and the foragers searched high and low and found some tubers that could be harvested for the coming weeks. We'll be able to make use of the bounty for about a year. I'm back from the Whisper Woods. We found a place overrun with undead, mostly skeletons and zombies, but also the occasional vampire and ghoul. In a region awash with undead, it's inevitable our luck would run out and we had to fight them. Terrified yet determined, we met them in a fearsome battle and prevailed. One of us was wounded. We continued poking around and later found a treasure, the chipmunk totem. It's Alfred. It increases the yield of foraging venture. I really hope that applies right now. Also, screw dwarves. I hate them. All my homies hate dwarves. Your Hamunk death dealer, Karina, takes offense at the words spoken by a friend of the king. According to their whispers, she often goes off on her own and does what she wants without consulting the ring. To demonstrate why I do what I do, she retorts, I will enact the call of the undead. The foes of my god shall come to our lands, and I shall slay them systematically. No sword shall eclipse the king. Calling the undead? Why didn't we think of that? She must consider others. Neither encourage nor impede her. By systematically slaughtering the undead, I shall reduce their local numbers. I mean, that is true. I ignore what fools say about me, and she should do the same. A monk teaches implacability. She has a point. All right, I think we're gonna take the neutral option here. We're neither gonna encourage nor impede her. Have our leaders lost their mind? The undead will overrun us, and they do nothing? Okay, but we didn't get a minus mood to that. The foolish one lies. Okay, we've already read that. People don't have a strong preference about particular behaviors. We could be healthier if we had a shrine. I know we could. Royalty is important. Yeah, it is, but nobody will do anything I tell them to do. So, okay, we are in early dark season, so now is not a good time to be going out and about, particularly. Our swords are not super duper low. They're all arriving home again. This isn't a good time to go exploring, but I kind of also want to go exploring. I think I'm gonna risk it. Something like that. We're gonna head to another named location. We'll see if that actually comes off. And then I did put that magic in, so I really want to make use of this. I guess we could get closer to the mountains. We're not going to be able to. Are we not able to move that? Okay, I see. We're not going to be able to get all the way there, but we could get closer. And we're going to send 5 and 5. Surely none of this will come back and bite me. What's 55% off on Steam? One of the games we've been talking about. So 6 Ages or King of Dragon Pass. What does Ceremony and Worship Venture do? I believe Worship Venture would temporarily allow me to build another shrine, but I'm pretty sure it would fall into disrepair when it ended, so... Ceremony, I'm not certain. Oh, Ceremony is probably the ceremony against Noctaker, or Non-Tea. We do need to do that one, but I need to put a bunch of ritual magic in before we do it. Clan warriors on patrol duty report a troubling development. Berensted's outer walls, a shield against the enemies since the tribe's glory days, has begun to crack and give off the smell of rotting fruit. Workers expert in the ways of stone say they can't name the source of the damage. Could it be a curse? We could call upon Ermal. Burnstone told the dwarves build this wall. When they refused, He said, you do not understand your position here. Place me on the ring strikes and spirit magic. We can't keep being put on the defensive like this. Our craft good production will drop if we divert labor to fix the walls. Growing up here, I thought the walls would last forever. The spirits have been doing well for us. Let's try spirits. Do you tax your bonds with the clan spirits? I'm gonna say yes. Plus mood, minus magic. Spirits entered the walls, restoring the stone and mortar. People said this would not have happened without Destral's participation. People are... Shaman stocks rising is all I have to say. Shaman stocks rising. All right, early storm season. Okay, we are not currently running Sure Shot. We should probably be running Sure Shot. In Cenala, we're also not running Rudel. I absolutely hate how much time I'm spending on sacrifices, but we're gonna starve to death if I don't. What other ones do we have? We don't have any farming magic, which is what's killing me. Absolutely killing me. Skirmishers, horses. Yeah. I mean, I guess we could have more lambs. That does contribute to cattle. With the gods dying or missing, spirit magic seems like a good idea. Yep, that does seem to be the case. Hey, Don Arnold, how's it going? At least this time the ring doesn't suck. I don't know, man. We've been having some troubles. He is like super duper I want to be king, and we did choose that as one of our clan things, but I am making zero progress. We have done nothing and succeeded trying to reach that goal, which hurts a lot. Okay, I know we can't do this, but perform ceremonies to increase clan magic. Okay, that actually doesn't help us. Scour for chaos. Okay, so I guess that isn't a ritual. We need to do that non-taker thing, but I don't know how to trigger that. I thought that was the ceremony venture, but that's to gain extra magic. I actually don't know what to do on that then. The White Foxes fear us the most, and the Yellow Hill clan thinks the least of our might. We really do need some more allies. And I would like these two to be allies. So maybe we'll send another person here. Although we also would get something if we finished contacting everyone. So maybe we just continue working on that. So if they have a check mark, we have visited them. Or I guess a square too. Maybe that's telling me they're in for the ritual. I'm not sure exactly what that's telling me. All right, we'll try to go to Arrowstone. We'll send an emissary with 10 goods. Hopefully we can make it there despite it being storm season. Go. A late storm season. All right, I'm gonna do the same thing, I think. Let's go. I'm trying to do, I guess those were horses. We should probably do rams. You guys are rams. You guys are rams. All right, we'll do you. All right, we're trying to make some more friends. Plus mood, minus swords. Skeletons brought to your land by Cenala's call to Hamunk undead forces. Startle your foragers. Only 6 of them are wounded before she arrives to hew the skeletons down. The people rejoice at this feat, which will surpass the deprivations of the unliving. Look at that. That's like those crappy skeletons that you get from some of the crappier Dominions rituals. Okay, so, Hermunked arrogance. She has bound the clan together, but what happens when worse undead show up? We could say, well done, now stop it. Have the ring toast her. Toasting reflects well on both the recipient and the speaker. As a souvenir, I helped myself to a skull. I am very worried about worse undead showing up. I am very worried about worse undead showing up. 4 hate us, 3 mock us. We're seen as weak. This isn't good for diplomacy. Yeah, totally. How was my Mother's Day? It was fine. For a moment, I thought they were gathering stones. I mean, we might be eating stones. Let's be fair here. Turn undead. I wish. What does she say again? Have the ring toaster. I do not require praise, but I will accept it for the benefits of others. I think we're going to do that. That seems to have the most support. Iverlantho and dressed up praised her feet with special eloquence. Herds plus 28. Our neighbors, the Zethmarlings, who had been plagued by these skeletons before Karina lured them away, sent sheep and pigs. Their trade value is worth 28 cows. Saradin said that Karina's feet had significantly improved their attitude towards us. At least something good finally happened. That is absolutely ridiculous. Exploring the mountains of Imthur, Tindalore and company find little but desolation and an eerie quiet. After trekking through the trails and switchbacks, they come upon a cracking black cube. As they approach it, they hear a buzzing mechanical voice, like that of 1,000 bees. Turn back, lest you reverse the essentiality of the stasis foolish beings of destructive fire and endotropic storm. Ah, there's dwarves here. No good can come of this. I agree. So we could apologize to the dwarves for the crimes of Beren and Redalda. I don't know, those dwarves keep stealing from me. We could fire arrows at the cube, we could strike the cube with hand weapons, we could petition the cube for aid against chaos, or do not interfere. I mean, not interfering doesn't get us anywhere, right? So that's not going to be very helpful. I don't really feel much like apologizing, because screw them, they stole my bell. I guess we could say help us against chaos. That doesn't like interfere with them. And if it works, then, you know, if the enemy and my enemy kills each other, I'm really happy. Petition the cube for aid against chaos. Minus mood. The voice grew louder, giving us headaches that would last for a long time to come. In terms of destructiveness, the difference between you and chaos is marginal. Okay, well. Screw you, dwarf. Your emissary, Redia, nears the Arrowstone settlement. She brought 10 cows of goods to present as a gift. They might help us against Nontrea. Yeah, please help us against Nontrea. Their chief doesn't respect the gods. He will reject a religious argument. All right, so we will say we must all fight chaos. They agreed to support whatever ritual you come up with. Chaos is a treacherous foe and it's easier to fight together. Your emissary, Joth, gets to the settlement. Help us fight. Chaos hurts all of us. Yeah, we must all fight chaos. Okay, there we go. When you're ready, start the ritual from the ritual dialogue. They agreed to support whatever ritual we come up with. Chaos is a bad foe. We're being raided by the Nar Onani. Perfect. Okay, we're just gonna try to drive them off. Okay, there are 10 chariots, 108, and 10. Okay, we are dead even. Our magic is weak right now. I feel like this is pointless. We're just gonna try to drive them off. We're gonna reserve 1 and 7. We set aside a reserve force, but the Nar Onanthi seem to anticipate our move. Seek an opportunity for vengeance. The last time you fought the Nar Onanthi, they killed Naver Onala. Her kin sought the warrior who struck her down. What should they do? We'll let Hanth know. In the heat of battle, Hanth could not hear and could not take advantage of the battle. Boo. Boo. All right, we are going to fight cautiously. Ooh, uh-oh. We were surprised by their risky attacks. Suddenly, it seemed they might win. Hanth said he thought the enemy war leader was well matched. Okay, commit the reserve forces. Chariots and blades and axles took their toll on our forces. We had to fall back. They stole 18 cows. Man, we are getting absolutely bodied today. They stole 12 cows worth of loot. It would have been worse without our hill fort, which saved some sheep and cattle. Aided by the white goddess, Cenala, Roy, and our auxiliaries kept 3 warriors from dying. We had 9 regulars die. Man. Last year, 29 babies were born. We initiated 18 people as adults. We have 26 fewer people, 5 more head of cattle, 13 fewer horses. We have enough livestock and horses. We produce goods and we spent goods. Our goods are below 100 though. We have too few spirits. The shaman said the back of their necks felt the presence of a disease spirit. Uh-oh. We're known as the Clan of Kings. Ermal gifted us with magic, and Beriva turned the palace steps into a very dangerous yet incredibly fun ice slide for the children. Well, there you go. The character sucked at everything save combat was an addle-headed choice. Hanth, you mean? I think Hanth is also good at food. Okay, let's get the bare bones minimum up. I'm definitely putting health in because we were warned about a pestilent spirit. And, okay, well that sucks. I think we're gonna have to, I need to have at least some magic in reserve if we're gonna do a giant ritual. And I'm gonna put a bunch into ritual. God, this sucks. This really sucks. All right, our fortune in battle has not been good of late. We could ask for Ermal's protection blessing. Yeah, we might need to. I'm back from Boulderwood. Supposedly it is haunted by an outlaw earth deity, but we saw no signs of it. Though it was a forlorn place, we met and fought Tyremites who soon wished they had not met us. We paid for suppressing chaos with the life of one explorer. After the fight, we ran into other explorers of the Fireflower clan. I thought they might lead us to goods or treasures, but not this time. I don't like Boulderwood, but whenever we want to take the fight to chaos, it's an obvious place to go. The Naronani have been quiet lately. Only a raid will reveal what they're up to. Tinador's party has returned from the north. Okay. We can start a venture. Okay, so they said from the ritual screen, we could start that. I just want to go look at this. Her monk draws the line. This ritual separates the living from the dead and helps us fight against undead. Summons of Nuntrea. Okay, so this is the one we need to do. Osara the warrior. This ritual inspires our women to take up arms or strengthens the quester and taming the river. There are no wild rivers. Yeah, this is an unfortunate one to have. Our clan magic is low, a ritual will deplete it further. We might have to do it anyways, man. We need to get this done. We are getting absolutely bodied right now. Oh yeah, the Outlaw Earth Deity, we met it last time. Yeah, we did meet that. We did meet that in the Ride Like the Wind. Okay. Early sea season. Honestly, I kind of want to just run the ritual. Many are sick. Yeah, many are sick and wounded. Okay, I'll tell you what. Let's do spirits. Let's do a bargain with healing. And we're just going to persuade. We cured 10. That way they can help plant some more food. Our food situation is grave. We could ask for Dostal's sure shot. Okay, I will work on that. We will hope for the best. Your face is ridiculous. Shamans inform the ring of an alarming prospect. All of our sworn spirits prepare to depart Bernstead to protect their spirit realm. Walkboth and his chaos spirits will eat everything if we do not go back and trick and turn him. Those spirits do not exist in time as humans do. They say they will be back after in Anthagal. This might mean 4 years, your shamans guess. Your fear-struck people expect the council to entreat the spirits to stay. They came here to bask in the glory of our crown. Who will you be without ties to the royal clan? Dire indeed. They will listen to me, but I should say nothing other than go. It's a big sacrifice, but we must make it. We cannot keep them here. They'll be back for reasons ineffable. They must think of their responsibilities. I honestly think we need to just let them go. We've asked a lot of those spirits, and they say they're going to come back. got spirit speed? They replied, in ways we cannot explain to you, you have armed yourself with higher weapons needed to save all realms. Okay, so by keeping the spirit realm safe, we've done something really good, is what they said. We exhausted our food stocks and our people are starving. 2 people died from hunger and another 10 looked debilitated. 9 children have died. We need to send out foraging. Once we would have tried to get food by enacting the story of Enila's cachet, but at least 5 women who tried died. I visited all of our cultivated land. I'm starting to get concerned. Oh my goodness, we need to do that too. All right, we're gonna try this ritual. Maybe things will get a little better for us once we get this ritual done. We are gonna do the Summons of Nontrea. What's this button? Candidates for summons, which calls on a woman skilled in magic. We only have a very good magic? How is that the case? We only have very good? Oh, because it's only women. Right. He is excellent, but he is a dude. Well, this is gonna suck. All right, we don't have to do that this second. Let's get some food stuff rolling. All right, we're gonna sacrifice for sure shot. We're gonna do, I did do a big ritual sacrifice, so I believe 8 should be good. Our sacrifice was received. All right, we're gonna have to slaughter some cattle. This is not fixing itself. For a season. Minus 66 herds, gain some food, gain some goods. That is absolutely miserable. All right, fire season. How are we starving with our stone gift? I thought that that was supposed to fix this problem for a while. We need to send out a caravan relatively soon. I feel stretched so ridiculously thin right now. All right, let's try to do a caravan. Let's try to establish a trade route. Because we don't really have much that we could do. I guess we could try to buy food and we'll sell goods. That could work. I mean, that could work. We would want a big amount. My button's grayed out. Why is, oh, because I need to choose who we're sending them to. Carning were very kind to us. Maybe we'll try them. Actually, hang on. We're already trading with them. The Kastangi, the Tharling, the Urkani, and the Zethmarling. We need to have something that's not on that list. I really wish this screen was not covering that. That feels really bad. Buy food, sell goods. I want to do it with a ram. And preferably a nearby ram. Okay, I think that is them right there. I can't keep this in my head while I'm streaming. I just don't have that much brain power. Tharling, I think I read their name. Or Canling, I definitely read. Zethmarling, I definitely read. Okay, it doesn't have to be a ram. You guys have been raiding me. Okay, Arrowstone was definitely not on that list. Unsurprisingly, you can't eat rocks. Joke's on you, they taught us rock eating magic. Yeah. Okay, I think this is gonna be our play. We're gonna go try to buy some food from them. I doubt this is gonna work. The Raggold folks arrive at Bernstad begging for ongoing food and shelter. You count them about 30, including children. They are Orlanthi like you, former members of the disintegrated tribe called the Vestats. These people used to be famed for might and magic, but have been reduced to the status of stick pickers. You may think it's bad here, but our homeland barely exists now, except for as cracks in the world. The people will revel in a little strong talk. They are outsiders. None of our neighbors will care what happens to them. The Vesting Kings, Glorantha, built a fortress that nearly rivaled Bernstad. If they're here, it must have fallen. Death has already claimed them. The desperate sometimes show surprising ferocity. Let them in, but make them talk backwards for the rest of their lives. Now, they might be the disease we were warned about, but we did say we were going to try to be nicer to outsiders, and our numbers are really bad. 30 people would actually be really helpful right now. I'm going to take them in. Plus mood, plus population, plus herds. Though it would not be easy to feed them, the people took pride in showing generosity. I'm proud of you, builders. Next year, we could allocate magic to crafts during the sacred time. Our crafters could make more valuable items. We sure could. True statement. Okay. Spirits departed, many are sick, diseased spirits, low food, stone gift, bountiful game. Let's get this stupid ritual done. I gotta do this sooner or later. It's not gonna get any better. All right, we're gonna ambush chaos. I really hope this works. All right, hang on a second. I gotta juggle cups here. That is the end of the coffee and the beginning of tea. Maybe. The beginning of my tea. Scott says we don't have enough food. The thing is, it's a catch-22. You need more people to plant and harvest, and having food from that lets you get more people. So we're kind of in a death spiral. Hopefully having more people will allow us to grow more food. That's at least the plan. Your holy people have adopted the ancient summonings of evil ritual to attract a specific foe, Nontrea the Taker. Priestesses from different clans play the role of earth goddesses. They will draw Nontrea to you and take his revenge on Redalda for spurning him. They turn their backs to a giant effigy of him and his horned wolf. As the rest of your clan chants and dances, who will take the role of Redalda? Honestly, I kind of feel like we should probably let somebody else. Our Church of Redalda will affect part of the ritual. She may end up playing an equally important role in the next step. We ask the other clans to help us. We will need to give them an important role. Our reputation with the Kastangi could use polishing. It's not a spirit ritual, so I will not wear Redalda's mask. I'm just waiting for the fighting. We have never performed the summons of evil quite like this before, so we will need to do everything to make it succeed. We won't be sending someone to the God's War. We'll be bringing the God's War here. Yeah, that doesn't sound dangerous at all. Normally, I would definitely want it to be one of our women, but here's the problem. We don't have anyone who's good at magic. Yeah, her magic isn't even very good. It's definitely not going to be her. Yeah, we are just rough. That dude is naked with a mask on, and he looks very proud about it. All right. God, what? An Redalda worshipper would be best. Helper clans. Yeah, I agree. We also don't have an Redalda worshipper, I don't think. Definitely not one on the clan. All right, we're gonna let one of the helper clans have it. If it fails, we can blame them too. Which clan's priestess? Okay, I probably want to pick a ram. You guys are the nicest. That would actually... Known for growing acceptable barley. Oh, dude, have you seen their barley? It's acceptable. Okay, so maybe. Known for eating rocks when hunger strikes. Yeah, me too, buddy, me too. Known for strong magic. Okay, that seems like the better choice. This is a Diplo choice. This is a victory choice, and I really need the victory more than I need the Diplo. I think I'm gonna go with that. The Grinaldi were pleased that one of their women had been chosen. Everyone prepared Umath Kara and the accoutrements of the Earth Queen. Would you like to sacrifice to strengthen her identity? Yes. 20 goods. I cannot sacrifice 20 goods. Oh, this sucks. 15 goods. This really sucks. I'll tell you what. 10 goods and 5 cows. I feel like I'm not sacrificing enough here, but I'm also ridiculously poor. We're gonna lose shrines if I don't get up to 50-something goods. This is gonna take us to 30-something, and then I think we're gonna have to use both of our ventures to get goods. We gotta get good. In fact, I think I may even go the opposite some more. This sucks, but I do not want to fail. Minus magic, minus herds, minus goods. At first, there was a lone man astride a horse-sized wolf with a dead eye. Where is she? He shouts, wielding a scythe. Where is Redalda? As the Umanth Kara and the priestesses sing a response, dozens and hundreds of talocans appear, as if concealing mist recedes. Behind them shuffle rotting corpses. All right. Attack with magic. Well, we don't have any magic. I think no matter what we do, we will end up in battle. It would be hard to stop the undead with just arrows. Umanth Kara's personal magic may not be strong enough. It would be better to use fighting magic. Hermonk will send them all to the underworld a final time. The summons of evil ritual means that we have the advantage no matter how we fight. Umanth Kara is alluring, so luring it shall be. We did want to bring him in for an ambush. The most voted, though, is attack with magic. Barley is representative of the Earth Queen? Yes, it is. Barley is technically Pela's domain, but Pela is a side grade, a side hustle for Redalda. Isn't there a story we're supposed to be mimicking? Yes, but we don't have the lore for it. It's a little bit different. The story was that the sisters lured him in. I think we're gonna do 6 sisters lure them in. That was how the plan was. This is our best chance. I got an achievement, so that's probably a good sign. The 6 sisters lure in Nontrea, the Nontrea priest in. Umanth Kara stood in the gateway. Nontrea, I will not leave my people for you. I reject your suit. Then I will take you. As the priest rushed Umanth Kara, Grain Sisters threw chaff in the air, and Goose Sister blew it in his eyes with her wings. Goose Sister. She's a reliable good sister. Let the fan art begin. Vine Sister snared him from his wolf, and Axe Sister stroked his head with her copper axe. A moan arose from the undead army, and they stumbled forward to join the Talocans, who were scuttling up the walls. But with their leader dead, our forces had an easy victory. We lost 15 warriors, and another 19 were hurt. We celebrated the success of our ritual. Everyone praised Umanth Kara and the other 5 who stood against our enemy. The priestesses said that we have given Nontrea such a wound that we would not be troubled by him again. Some said our ritual was Redalda giving birth to an avenging daughter. Totally worth it. Totally worth it. We got Goose Sister, Vine Sister, and Axe Sister. You can't really ask for more than that, huh? I like how this guy's like, peace out, I'm out. He's just riding away from the walls. All right, he will not be bothering us again. I'm gonna take a screenshot of that. I'm very happy with that result. That was okay. Our caravan is back from Arrowstones. The Arrowstone traders were pleased to receive our first caravan we'd sent their way in recent memory. We traded 25 cows worth of goods for less than 2 weeks worth of food. We weren't able to sell all that we brought. And she's my best trader by far, so that sucks. I believe 2 weeks is basically 1 turn. I think that's the time period. Many people are ill, we should sacrifice. I mean, true. But we're also gonna starve to death, so, you know. We should buy more herd animals. We don't have enough. True. Okay, we are in Earth season, so it is harvest time, so maybe we'll be okay. Also, our goods somehow recovered a little bit. So we're still crafting. We can start a venture. I don't really want to do it this season. Yeah, I really don't want to do it this season. We had 400 adults. We are down a lot. Now, a good portion of that's people who are sick and wounded. I guess we better do some healing. Let's get rid of sickness first, because sickness can spread, whereas being wounded does not spread. And I can't do this, right? We sure can't. All right, sacrifice 8 goods to healing. 12 of our wounded. Oh, I said curing and then I clicked healing. Good job, Babel. No children have been born or conceived for several weeks, maybe longer. At first, this raised little alarm, but as a seeming quirk of timing, now your priestesses are sure that the chaotic disease spirits have afflicted Bernstead childbearing women. Oh no, the first STD has entered the world. Traders inform you that the curse goes beyond your borders, striking the entire area. Oh boy. Okay, we are definitely not propagating Malia, the chaos god of disease. That is a big no. A world without babies is a world of only death. True. We have not laid the diplomatic ground for a mass rite. When I said at the beginning that we should have had lusty feasting and you guys laughed at me, I was right. We need that diplomacy so badly. Malia wants to answer our prayers, which is a sign we should not make them. I do not disdain life, but neither do I make it. All right, Butch, settle down. Because we maintain a temple to Redalda, goddess of childbirth, neighbors will be more likely to listen. Babies belong to the future, so if we have no babies, there are some tricks so terrible that even Ermal will not play them. Honestly, I don't think my neighbors are going to help. I'm going to be... Well, then again, we just did a major ritual and it worked. We could definitely do this, and we do have a bunch of ritual magic up and running. If it hurts everybody, maybe they're more likely to help too. Yeah, I'm going to do it. Who goes to the other clans? Our renowned diplomacy, our Redalda. Remember, she actually has a bunch of bonuses for doing that. Hate -2, like +2, mood plus. Most chieftains agreed, saying that they had hoped someone would come forward to organize a ceremony. They sent a white-clad priestess to our ritual ground. Together, we sent Malia's spirits wailing into the night. Pregnancies resumed shortly after. The priestesses examined the mothers-to-be, pronouncing them healthy and safe. Good. Late Earth season. Sure Shot is up, Rudel is not. Honestly, I have to do it. I have to do it. We are gonna starve to death. They didn't respond. So I mentioned our clan magic was low. In addition, no worshippers of Cenala served on the clan, which would have made it easier. It was true that we had spent magic during the sacred time to help, but it was not a guarantee. Ouch. Karina's call to the undead forces. Her monk brings more enemies to Bernstead. Shambling corpses of mutants corrupted by chaos kill 4 shepherds and wound another 8. They shriek, "Who dares profane our god? Viva Mort!" Karina steps forward and hacks them to pieces. The people hoist Karina on their shoulders, chanting her name. Yeah, we're gonna have a major schism between King Boy and her, I have a feeling. With this second feat, you have proven yourself and need to do no more. Her actions help us with other clans. She infects us with an unbending attitude that won't be easy to shake. What shall my call bring next? Yeah, you're getting really cocky. A wide-eyed grimness unites us now. Unless suspended, her call will attract a vampire. Like the Death Sword itself, it is both good and bad. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, let's not toast to her. Maybe we toast to the fallen shepherds. Telling her that she doesn't need to do more is not going to stop her. She's absolutely not going to stop. So let's celebrate because we have to do something, but let's toast to the fallen shepherds. Who conducts the toast? The king's going to do it. Their family celebrated the roles they had taken in the fight against the undead. Plus 55 goods. Emissaries of the Gurnoli report that these chaos zombies had been harrying them. They offered a coffer containing 55 cows worth of gems and necklaces. The people look forward to what we will reap with the next stage of Karina's call. We're sowing and we're definitely gonna reap, but what we reap may not be what we want. All right, early dark season. Let's see. That's kind of interesting. People gain the skills our ancestors showed when Cenala gave her milk gift. Interesting. I assume that would be plus food. We're also losing like every battle. Some battle luck might not be bad. Or a true sword blessing. We really need to win some fights. 3 people like us, 2 people hate us, and 3 people mock us. That is not a great Diplo. That is not a great Diplo line. We also have our ventures that we need to do. Maybe now's the time. Yeah, we have no ventures in progress. Do we have a healing one? We don't. Huh. Recruit clan members might be useful too. I'm kind of worried about our numbers. I'm less worried about our goods. I was very worried a minute ago. Oh, hold on. Convert pastures. Always do these as soon as possible. You do not want to not do this. This is going to hurt our food production. You are my greatest food person? Are you kidding me? He is heroic. Why would we pick her? I don't think the game differentiates, so I'm definitely going to have Hanth do this. Hanth led the clan in tedious work of digging drainage canals in some of our grazing lands. He had a hard time rousing the clan to do time-consuming labor. People complained he asked too much too fast. At last, the consecrating of the newly cleared fields in the memory of Pela and Redalda went smoothly. Our old fields are becoming grazing lands for cows. The Vestats refugees we adopted are fitting in more or less. Everyone has complaints, but not about them. The ducks are here! Yoink. One of the few non-chaos creatures, weirdly enough, and they hate chaos. Ducks hate chaos, little known fact. A duck trader offers 20 cows worth of silver in exchange for crafting goods of equivalent value. Sightings of these diminutive yet formidable beastmen have been rare of late. Like you, they worship the Glorantha gods. You heard that a duck trader swindled the Arrowstone clan recently. He gave them spirit silver, not the real thing. It crumbled to dust a few days after his departure. Okay, let's see what we got. Montbanks must learn that royal clans are not to be trifled with. We needn't worry about impressing the Arrowstones who already esteem us well. Not every duck is dishonest. Ducks have slain many in Hamunk's name. If we hand over the duck, the Arrowstones might show us gratitude by giving us what he took. I mean, if he did swindle them, if it quacks like a duck, it could be a duck or perhaps a shapeshifter. Praising his trickery would honor or maul. That's an interesting option. Because we're saying like, hey, I know exactly what you did. Nice job, buddy, but you know, I know, so, you know, don't pull it on me. Rare Trickster W? Praise his trickery. Minus mood. People recoil the ring praise dishonesty. What if we had not had advance warning of his perfidy? The duck sensed trouble and made himself scarce. Rip. That's unfortunate. Okay, I am gonna go refresh my tea here. We've been going on for an hour and 45 already. I would suggest that you should basically do the same. Get up, get yourself a stretch and a drink. We are having a rough time. At least we've dealt with one of the Chaos Gods. That's probably a good sign. I'm very worried about this other tract that we're on, though, so yikes. Okay, I'm going to put a 5 minutes on the clock here. I would suggest you get up, get a stretch and a drink yourself. If you're enjoying the content, don't forget to leave a like on the video. That helps me a ton. If you're not blocking ads and you get an ad here, I appreciate the pennies. I will be right back. All right, hopefully you guys had a good break there. Let's get back to the beatings, apparently. We do have 2 seasons of food. Sure be nice to have more, especially because we're just in dark season. But hey, that's better than nothing, I suppose. All right, have we done our venture? No, we still have another venture we can do, and we're pretty good on goods. We're gonna go into planting season. Maybe now is the time to try to... Where's that one to get more people? Recruit clan members. I'm a little concerned about our numbers. The fact that we're sub 400 makes me very nervous. I'm gonna do it. Aline managed to convince 19 people to pack up and move. They brought with them 11 children. Okay, so that's an additional 30 people in the end. Okay, storm season. Still a lot of sick people. Our spirits are gone. We haven't done curing. All right, let's do the curing ritual. As much as I'm kind of like wanting to hold off, I'm gonna curing ritual, the correct thing I meant to do last time. Cured 15 of our sick, thank you. Your clan storm room folk seek support to conduct a rite in Orlanth's memory. It will lend the might of a strong gale to your blades and arrowheads. This special rite must take place soon and demands a sacrifice of no less than 20 cows. I mean, I'm okay with that, I guess. This must be done. They descend from Redalda and hence from Orlanth's son Vingot. People take various views on royal renewal, but we aren't at each other's throats about it. I mean, that sounds like that's slightly better than it used to be. Members of our storm bloodlines are less likely to question royal renewal than those from the old Rider families. Exalt King Orlanth. These devotees belong to noble lines established when relatives of Redalda joined King Beren's court. Politics could make things interesting. I mean, I think yes. Conduct the storm rite now and an equivalent solar rite next season. Why is nobody suggesting that? Wouldn't that be like everyone's happy? All right, I'm gonna go ahead and lean on what they're saying, and we're gonna go ahead and agree. And it said 20 goods worth, so we're gonna do 20. We do have a bunch of ritual magic up at least. Do you want to perform a stronger rite at the risk of the integrity of your temple? Man, sooner or later this is gonna come back and bite me, but I'm gonna say yes. Plus mood minus goods. Orlanth's memory blew like a gale through our lungs and sinews. Our blades would land with the force of hurricanes. Hail Orlanth Rex, people cried. Hail Ivertlantho Rex. Okay, that's good. That's good. Still have disease spirits. That's gonna last until the new year starts next turn. We are already curing, we're already healing. We have Sure Shot up. We failed to get Rudel. I mean, we could try to do that. We could try a cheeky raid, maybe? We have got to succeed at some point. People are starting to like, look at that, 3 people are mocking us. Rated by the Nan Ornan, the Orotagan, Chaos, you Morgan. So one of these two, Nar or Oro. We just want to do a herd raid. Nar and Nan's right here. Yeah, no wonder. All right, can we please just get a raid? They spotted us and called up half their forces. We escaped without fight. Son of a gun. Why do we suck so much? This is ridiculous. I've never, ever had a problem with cattle raids. Not to this level. You keep losing the raids. Cattle raids and raids are not necessarily the same thing. Although maybe we're just getting absolutely blasted by the gods. I must pass on the tragic and shocking news that I learned from the Earthlings. The very land of the Zethmarlings has ceased to exist, and the Zethmarlings along with it. This must be why we haven't seen our neighbors recently. We won't be seeing their goods in our markets going forward. Well, that sucks. Of course it's somebody that I'm on good terms with and not an enemy. Sarah died of old age. She told her kin that she would watch over them from the spirit world. The clan will miss her. Sure touch with the spirits. Excellent magic. Who are you and why couldn't I use you to do anything? I have great news regarding Destra. After learning the most enigmatic of songs and days in trance conversing with the spirits, her magical aptitude is now as great as any hero's. Okay, well, at least something's good happening. What a year. What a year. Sir, it's only February. Last year, 26 babies were born. We initiated 12 people as adult. The clan has 63 more people, 82 fewer heads of cattle, 30 more horses. We are poor in livestock and have many horses. Our crafters produce goods worth 46 cows. Our seasonal market made a profit of 39 cows. Maintaining our shrines and temples took 26 cows and goods worth 52 cows. We have no spirits. Ouch. It will be a good time. It'll be a good year for our hunters. We are now known for wounding Nontrea. Ermal, the trickster, stole some of our luck, and Bravada sat on top of our temple to Orlanth for 3 days. Ouch. All right, well, this is the bare minimum. That sucks. That sucks a lot. We still probably have sick people, so I kind of want to get a health one up. Harmony also is kind of important because we are getting blasted. We're going to go health, though, and I'll have 1 in reserve. Okay, so good year for hunters. You know, conversely, though, if we didn't take health, we could go ritual, because we're going to have to put up all of our rituals anyways. Yeah, I think I'm going to go that route. Make it a little more likely that our rituals work, because it really sucks when those fail. Trade some horses for livestock? My thoughts exactly. One thing we also need to do is we're going to need a new trade partner, because we just lost one of our 4, so we're going to lose our seasonal trade if we don't. Reliable stories that say the trolls have mustered an army to fight chaos. They killed thousands of brews. Normally, a troll victory would be bad news, but I have to thank them for fighting an even worse enemy. This year's crops have already failed. The seedlings are affected by smut. Oh no, they've been on the internet. And will not develop into grain-bearing stalks. The farmers are doing their best to salvage things, but we will probably take about half as much as a normal harvest. Let's try to sow a second time. Minus food. The late planting would not bring in a bountiful harvest, but it would be better than what we had expected. Remember when we had some food for 5 seconds? I remember. Move the Wi-Fi so it doesn't come. Yeah, we have 5G here. 5C, it's chaos. The king got ugly fast. What you saying? His receding hairline? That's pretty mean. Looks like when I showed up to stream, it's time for Babel's Unzuck. Dude, Shinosuke, we have been getting absolutely butt blasted this entire time. It has been absolutely horrible. Only through blood, sweat, and tears have we had 1 or 2 good things happen. Okay. Food. Food is a big problem. They did say we were going to have better hunting. Let's take advantage of that. Let's hunt for food. Tindalore and our hunters searched high and low, but were unable to find unused hunting grounds. They brought back what they could. All right, we're still sowing foods and we can start another venture. I guess let's just either forage or herd. I'm gonna herd. We rounded up strays thanks to his leadership. We have 16 more cows and 2 more horses. Our food situation is desperate. We could ask Cenala's Rudal blessing. All right, we're gonna hope for the best. Oh my goodness. Karina's call to the undead attracted a vampire. Jeez, who could have guessed? Who could have guessed that we would get attacked by a vampire? Members of the King's Guard find it in the Royal Hall. It kills 3 of them and fatally eviscerates Bereva. Karina arrives and after a furious scuffle slays it. Her monk tells me that this has gone on far enough, she says. He shall lure no more undead to test us. He literally killed our trickster. Maybe that's for the best. Maybe we could get a better trickster because she has literally not had 1 W. Common trickster L. Man. Man. On such an occasion, the king must speak. So have the king memorialize the slain in the clan hall or have the king toast Karina. I wonder if this was the same vampire that recently killed the Nananon chieftain. Have the ring toast Karina in the clan hall. Our king is not the best speaker. Yeah, his stats have really let us down. Quite badly, actually. I was the one who should have died, not Bereva. Yeah, well, you called down the whirlwind. You know, when you're making reckless decisions, other people get hurt. If we earn a gift for this, it will come too late to cheer up the people. No, not Bereva! He loved the little fart noises she would make. Okay, so I'm trying to strengthen the king. I think having the king memorialize the slain. I don't want to keep boosting her up. She's kind of causing me political problems. Minus mood. Despite Ivartho's words, the people blamed him for letting Karina's actions go too far. It was not fair that it had been borne by Bereva instead of Karina. I agree. Man, that sucks. Goods plus 115. Our eyes still dimmed with tears, we received visitors from the Nar Onan clan. The vampire had lately slain their chieftain, and they had sworn vengeance against it. As they could no longer spill blood to end its miserable existence, they did the next best thing, offering us goods and gems. Our traders evaluated their hoard worth 115 cows. Emissaries from the southern Borosilviri tribe came to present an offering to from their king, Urganos. He will grant you a blessing to strengthen you against the accursed sky followers. One day his delegates will return, seeking Beren Telly magic to use against the undead army and its chaos general. They have been our foes since the days of Brolorov. Their borderland clans frequently raid us. Yeah, these guys are like from way south. They're like off-map people. Urganos subjects will know what it means to revere a king. If we promise and fail to deliver, our neighbors may hear of it. Our rider ancestors worship the sky and may reward us for rejecting their blessing. Brolaruf came home from fighting the Forosivili with enough tiger fangs to make a helmet. We would do well to emulate King Urgonos. They have been our foes since the days of Brolorov. Their borderland clans frequently raid us. Okay, so we have an accept. We have a we hate you, but we don't want your blessing. I'm thinking 1 or 2. I mean, even if we don't like them, they want to fight undead and chaos. Like, that's pretty good. We don't have magic now, but this is one day where they will return, so it's not something that we have to do at the moment. Is it just because it looks like the vampire was just on the ground? No, it was on the roof. It was upside down on the roof. I think I'll say we will help you, but we don't want your blessing. I think that's the best of both worlds. We can attack chaos and undead, but we won't anger our ancestors, hopefully. Plus mood, minus 2 magic. Okay, they did take my magic now. We're at -1. You were on right on that, Araska. People looked forward to assisting the 4-0 against Chaos and took pride in doing it without taking anything for it. Ancestors from the Brolorov era who considered the Feroski their foes disapproved, disturbing our magic. Ancestors, please. Clan magic can go negative. You'll have to wait until Sacred Time to use any, and we'll be slightly less lucky. That's not great because we are only in fire season. That is rather rough. Read the quote message level. I know it was supposed to be the roof, just the way it looked. Gotcha. Okay, so we need to get our clan ring fixed. Maybe now's a good time to do that. Hey, we're no longer being punished, by the way. Although we do have divine indifference. That's perfect. All right, let's do a reorganization here. And I think let's really, really think about this. Who could go? Actually, really nobody. She's blessed by a god. She is an absolutely, like, gangster shaman. I don't think we can get rid of our heroic combatant. Maybe for bargaining. I mean, she's the best bargainer, and she's the third best Diplo. That's really hard to take her off there. Ditto with him. He just seems to have lots of good things happen around him. It does suck he doesn't worship a god, though. So we have one slot. Let's organize by deity. I wonder if what ancestors worship does. That's new. That's not something from a previous game. Dostal. We could get Hanth on here. That would help with our food a little bit. Worships Elmal, king of the Baranthali. That's, yep, good. Ernalda. Okay, we have an Ernalda worshiper finally. Here's a couple of them. We didn't have any of these before. I believe this would let me put another magic point into fields. That would be huge. That would be huge if we could put some more in there. And they're in their early 30s. She also has excellent leadership, something that we're struggling a little bit against. All right, let's keep these ladies in mind. Ernalda, possibly. Enilia would be another one that wouldn't be terrible to get on there. We are doing Rudel a whole bunch. Also, I love that she looks like a hippie hobbit. Saris is dead. We really like that one, apparently. That's probably because we have that trading legacy. Lankor is dead. Lankor is dead. He's already doing the lore thing. And we could just get an Orlanth. I believe that would be war magic. Redalda is already on there. We already have a shaman. We already have a shaman. We already have a shaman. No trickster. We don't have a trickster god. Ermel, or whatever his name is. That kind of sucks. Okay, so I am thinking Ermalda. Yeah, she was. That's right. We had to remove her, didn't we? No trickster, we're doomed. I mean, to be fair, our trickster was nothing but a lady of elves. She didn't have one win. The worst trickster I've literally ever had. I think we're going this route. Maybe she learned her lesson. Ernalda would be really nice to have here. I believe that would let us put another crop magic in, and we are just starving. We are starving so badly. And the leadership would not be bad, because he is not a good leader. He's only good, and that is killing me. Absolutely killing me. All right, we'll give you a second try. A Serskola has renowned food. She does. We're not. Our food skills are actually pretty good. Well, I say that. I guess King is our best one that's currently on council. I mean, we could go Hanth. He would let us put more Wildlands magic in. That could be a thing. Our crops are failing ridiculously bad, so maybe we just double down on that. He also is one of the special people, so maybe that's the better argument. I do really like the idea of getting Ermal back on here, but we don't have a Dostal. Plus that gives us 3 dudes and 4 ladies, so balanced. Some extra hunting would not be bad. Heroic food could be helpful. because we are absolutely just starving, literally all the time. And extra wildlands magic isn't terrible. That will help with both foraging and hunting. Colville is so useless. She's just very concerned about the regalia. All right, we'll go that route. Our food situation is grave. It sure is. All right, we're gonna hope for the best. The Golden Dome? Every 10 years, the Sun Priests of Berenstad petition Elmal, god of survival, as he guards the Orlandstead in the divine world. The officiant recounts your deeds as committed to memory in your saga. Elmal assesses whether the builders have fulfilled their sacred duties, and if pleased, grants a great boon. In such dire times, survival is victory. The Shining God tells your Sun Priest, I have heard of your deeds, and I call them more than laudable. In circumstances where none may truly prosper, you persist. Thank you, Elmal. I've tried really hard. Glorantha needs Bernstead if it was to resist Walkboth's certain assault. You have earned my gratitude and reward. What do you seek? I can't believe the big boy upstairs is proud of us. We need food. That's what we really need. I mean, protection from loss of respect sounds actually kind of useful. I feel like dislike or respect is probably for the best. Herd loss? I can deal with that. I can deal with that. It's the Diplo that we're absolutely losing. 5 for staying alive through starvation. Ooh. The Second Coming? No, Elmal never died. He's one of the surviving gods at the moment. He's holding things together at the moment. Okay, let's see what people have to say. Elmal honors the royal clan as he does no other. We can take bigger risks if we don't have to worry about incurring the mockery of our neighbors. Yeah, see, that's what I'm thinking. I mean, we're eating rocks here, people. In these times, survival is victory. It takes a god to remind us of that. True. True. Without horses, we cede our martial advantage. When his father fell from the sky, Elmal sheltered us in his light, becoming the god of survival. When it gets darkest, remember Elmal's light. We cannot live without cattle and sheep, and our herds are too small. Man, a lot of these guys do not have any advice. I'm gonna say loss of respect. We're gonna have to do things that are not gonna be we're not gonna be very proud of. Mock -2. Elmal granted this. For the next decade, we would not have to fear what neighbors would say when we tried and failed. The priest said that Elmal would make his grant on the first fire day of sacred time. A great mind named Jake once said, first thing you have to do is suck at everything before you get good. I'm paraphrasing. We got crab pot situation in this valley at the moment. They just won't let us get ahead. Okay, late fire season. Members of the ring are personally popular. We didn't put any harmony. Our people would be healthier. We should be concerned about how unhappy our people are. I am concerned. Clankins think that kings are important. The people are not terribly interested in exploring their knowledge. However, they tend to be open-minded. Too many people are ill. All right, we need to... I think we need to get another trade partner. I do not want to... Yeah, look at that. We've slipped down to annual markets. I want at least seasonal. All right. Kestangi Tharling So Kes Thar Kes Thar Okay, we're not currently trading with Arrowstone. That's a horse, though. Gerdaldi. We're not trading with them either. Okay, let's get them in. Let's get them in. You. Establish a trade route. We'll send 5 swords and... I guess we could send some bows. 5 bows. Go. Our caravan's back from the Grothy. The Grothy traders were pleased to receive our first caravan to them in recent memory. They were happy to get access to a wider range of trade goods and agreed on a regular caravan. Good. Go back to seasonal, please. A Umurgan delegation led by Ulterin asked you to send warriors to help them raid the Tharling clan. The Tharlings stole our cows and we crave vengeance. You owe us, and this is a good opportunity to repay. He's expecting a dozen swords along with a group of bows. I don't love these guys, but paying off our debts would be a good thing. It's not good to owe. This is a good chance to get out of debt to them. The Tharlings are members of our tribe. An obligation is an obligation. Umurgan caution is not necessarily a virtue on the battlefield. The more we help, the more likely we are to get some share of the loot, assuming the Otterin clan has the favor of the gods. If I were Otterin, I would want something more tangible than a sacrifice. Under someone else's command, our warriors will fail poorly. I think we have to do it. A debt is a debt. And we'll just get it done, and then we'll repair relations later. Goods +7. Our warriors took part in close fight. The Otterin praised them and sent them home with a share of the loot. We ran out of food and our people are starving. 2 people died. Tell me about it. All right, let's get our blessing up. We need sure shot. Quit trying to make me do tracker. Yeah, I want the hunting yield. Although maybe this helps hunters too now that I look at it. We're gonna have to go pretty heavy here. We're gonna go 10 goods. Favorably received. Okay, still in Earth season. Do we have our Rudel? We don't. I hate how many turns I'm having to spend on these continuous sacrifices. My playstyle is normally build temples to save actions. Nobles from your clan bring a message from your ancestors, encouraging Iverlantho, who is preserved through the most difficult time, attracting undue criticism. For the next 3 years, he will enjoy good fortune in all he personally undertakes. The ancestors encourage him to rally the people with rousing words. What theme does Iverlantho choose to speak on? The ancestors understand what I have to deal with every day, unlike certain of their descendants. He's such a little something something. I hope his kid's better. To beat chaos, we must ally with others, which requires an openness to ways we find strange. I agree. We cannot defeat chaos until we understand it as a cosmic condition. No one needs nonsense talk. Okay. Good tidings at last. To achieve wisdom, step back from suffering. We did have something that said step back before. He who lives without passion is doomed to fail. Holding on to hope might help our clan mood. Accepting what cannot be changed could be useful. I like the idea of the flexibility, though. We really need to make allies, and if we are truly going to reestablish our kingdom, we need the other Beren Telly to accept that. To beat chaos, we must become chaos. Get to the stake. Get to the stake. All right, we're going to go with flexibility in unprecedented times. Plus mood. Though the people did not quite see what Glorantha was talking about, they accepted the endorsement the ancestors had given him. Many clan members are ill, we should sacrifice. Are we still that ill? We sure are. Man. Dark season. We don't have ventures. Okay, I think we will do that. We're already running it. I'm already running it. I can't do anything about that. Our spirits are still gone. We have no ventures that we can run. I think you might be behind, Shinosuke. Make sure you hit live. I like the guy's thoughts. How can you stop something if you don't know its source? I mean, that's true. That is true. Dark season. I mean, we could still try to send some emissaries out, I guess. You know what? Let's try the Ancestor boon. We have not played this yet. Let's see if we can get some hints on what this actually does. I'm going to do famous event. The ancestors were pleased by our sacrifice. Hopefully that's true. Okay, still late dark season. We still don't have a venture back. We're hunting and herding. We could maybe start another fight chaos, but chaos seems to have settled down a little bit. Okay, we did find a location on the map. We're still looking for that regalia, and we did think it might be to the north. There's a crater over here. All right, let's keep heading towards those mountains. If we're going to search for spirits, that's a good place to do it. Let's do an explore. How far can I go? Oh, I can go all the way to the mountains. It also said our king would be good at everything he tried personally. Oh, I'm not allowed to send him. Hi. Rip there. They want to send her. I guess that's good. She has good magic. She has good bargaining. Do we just search for spirits? Spirit seekers need to search in mapped areas. Okay, so I need to get this mapped first. So let's go exploring the mountains. We'll go 5 and 5. I'm also hoping we can find our first piece of regalia. That would be huge. A delegation arrives from the Tharling clan to ask you, as a Barantelli clan, a favor. They ask you to provide them with food. Their need is urgent, and so they will owe you 2 favors. I mean, it is really important to get favors. A generous king feeds his tribe. They are hungry. We should not let them leave empty-handed. It's not unusual for a clan to ask for 2 favors when it comes to food. They would be perfectly happy driving cattle home. A favor is equivalent to 20 cows. Our stockpiles are small, but our herds aren't. Okay, so maybe we could just give them some cattle. I mean, we're just gonna go back to starving. Oh yeah, I guess you weren't here at the beginning, Shinosuke, but spirits have been absolutely saving our butts. Absolutely saving our butts. I think I'm gonna send some cattle. I don't like giving away cattle. I mean, we're at 700, but I mean, we don't have any food. Let's all be honest here. Yeah, all right, we'll give them some cattle. We really do need some Diplo. I think I'm just gonna suck it up and we'll do some more herding this year. Twice the customary amount. Their leader accepted. This is not the builder's generosity we'd hoped for, but I suppose we might be able to trade for food or slaughter the herd. Dude, you can literally eat them. You could literally eat them. I have no food. I literally have no food to give you. That was a pretty crappy thank you, I'll admit. At least we have the favors, I guess. Okay, we still don't have a venture. It's early storm season. Yeah, I don't know why you'd ever pass this without doing something. Storm season is not a good time necessarily to be traveling. We could try, maybe we try another relation thing. Let's just visit more people who are near us. So we'll send an emissary to them. I hate them, so we're only gonna bring... I'm still swimming in goods. We'll bring them 8 goods. I just want to go visit everybody. When there's an opening on the God War, you can send a party to cross using the map screen. Okay, that's new. Although you have a hint at what to expect, there's no sacred story as a guide. Travel will be unpredictable and risky. Well, that sounds horrible. A glow leading to the God's War has been sighted in the north. Our ancestors could only reach the other side by performing a rite. This was dangerous enough. Now it's possible to step directly into the God War, but that is not a good or safe thing. Under assault by chaos, this holy plane of existence is damaged and unstable. Journeys there offer significant reward, but much greater risk than exploring the world around us. Some openings to the God War appear for a few moments only, but omens say this one will remain for a while. Explorers sent 2 separate runic resonances, hinting at the nature of the gods that might be found within the threshold. The Bull rune and the Wilderness rune. Okay, so Bull is Urox, I believe, and Wilderness is Doranth, or whatever his name. Doros, the hunting guy. We might have as long as 6 seasons to send a mission there. Okay. Your emissary, Reda, nears their settlement. We're just gonna give gifts. These guys don't like us. We're short on food, we should ask for help. I mean, we could call in the favor. We could call in the favor. Maybe it's time. Let's call in our favor, let's ask for food. So 10 days, I believe, is half a season, which is 1 turn. I think that's how this works. We'll just ask for the customary amount. Their chieftain is neither a miser nor generous. They will think ill of us, so should ask for the customary amount. Yeah, we got it. They provide us with the food without complaint. All right, well, we wasted a favor, but then again, did we really waste it if we don't starve? Okay. We are definitely going to send somebody to that. Explore. I don't know how exact I need to be here. To there. All right, now. Can we send our king? Because it said he would succeed at things. I think the answer is no. No king. All right. Hunting and fighting were the other 2. We don't have anybody who worships Aurochs. So that one's out. So I think we're going to spend Hanth. Hanth worships Dostal. That was one of the gods that probably is involved. I think that's going to be the plan. He's very good at combat. I wish he was better. I do wish he was better. If we went combat route... Karen... Oh, these are non... No, there she is. Oh, that's Diplo, because I clicked the wrong button. This isn't one of the gods that was mentioned, though. I feel like this probably makes up for it. Plus, I don't want to make her any more popular than she already is. I think we're going to send Hanth. On basis that he worships one of the gods that sounds like they're involved. And we're going to go pretty hard on this. Tindalor also worships. Oh yeah, good eye. And he is much better at combat. Good eye. I'm in. I didn't even think about that. All right, now... I don't really want to send bows because bows need to plant my crops. We're going to send 10 swords. And we're going to pray. We're going to pray really hard. Tindalor, you've never let me down before, friend. I believe in you. Sick plus 90. Oh. As this season's Stasis Week begins, all the clan's Orlanth worshippers, nearly half of all adult males, become gravely short of breath. Not even a breeze moves, and everyone can tell the air feels dry and lifeless. Gennard and many farmers and herders are gasping and unable to speak, and 2 old men have suffocated. Other clans in the tribe have chiefs who worship Orlanth or his daughter and won't be able to help. We could ask the Nar Anali for help. We'll only be able to appeal to the closest clan since some of the weaker men have already died. It will be harder than usual to contact spirits, but I can. With so many warriors unable to fight, we're extremely vulnerable. We don't know exactly how Orlanth died, but since he was the most powerful air god, it's not surprising the air is no longer good. The loss of labor hasn't affected our crops, but possibly will if the men don't recover. So we could sacrifice, we could seek help from spirits, we could ask a clan. I mean, The spirits haven't let us down, but they're really busy, so I don't think that's a good choice at the moment. Asking for help? I bet you everyone else is in the same problem. So what are they exactly going to do for us? I think we need to sacrifice for the afflicted. Oh, Oh, that's an interesting choice. She is healing, but our problem is that we don't have any air. Orlanth would have been the guy, but he's supposedly dead. I don't believe that. I think they're just busy. But we do have 90 people who are sick. And she's not missing. All right, I think I'm going to go for healing. 90 sick is absolutely crippling. And this is really important, and I'm not lacking on goods, so we're going to go hard. 4 times the minimum amount. Our goods are sitting really nice and high at the moment. We might even go try to sell some goods and get some cattle. Sick minus 44. Shalena Arroy could not defeat the hole inside of Orlanthi, where their dead god should be, but she allowed them to suck life from the air that remained, and many recovered. Definitely putting health points in. Fields, pastures, but now we can do 2 wild points, and that's literally all of my magic. Wow, we are sucking. We are sucking hard. Remember, we were at -1. Last year, 30 babies were born. We initiated 14 children as adults. We have 50 fewer people, 29 fewer head of cattle, and 17 fewer horses. We're poor in livestock, have enough horses. Our crafters produced goods. We traded. We spent our upkeep. Elmon made sure the other clans knew he was protecting us. The omens showed a tent in good condition, which indicated that our chances to explore are good. I really wish I had one more magic. It is what it is. We also need to think about how to use those 2 favors. Do a venture for some more magic. That's not a terrible idea. Raven must have promised to make them like gods, then stolen from their connection to time. Interesting. On their journey to the north, Delmara and company encountered a thick fog. Soon they were lost, and gripped with the feeling that they have left the map and perhaps the world. They encountered strange feather-wearing shamans. Oh ho! Can it be folk of Berenstead, which so long ago was destroyed? Still surviving in the dead world, where only Raven lives? After much confusing talk, they described themselves as Yanadlings, followers of the old trickster spirit you dealt with when you were riders. This smells like something from our save file, maybe. Their leader mentions a number of blessings they might bestow to aid you now that chaos has eaten everything. Give us a treasure, give us gold, help us instill bravery, home our senses, just show us the way out of the fog. Huh. I mean, I am kind of low on treasure because of the dwarves. Bravery would also be nice. That might help clan mood, that might help us fight. 5, 1, 1. I mean, treasures can be huge if we get a good one. He seems nice, although they do worship Trickster. Just saying. All right, give me a treasure. They opened a black feather bag and produced a treasure, the invisible drum. It increases the chances spirits will aid our shamans after they have been successfully called. It grants us no pleasure, their head shaman said, but naturally, a gift from Raven must be balanced by a curse. Until we next stumble into the fog of the dead world, we will suffer ill fortune when dealing with spirits. All right, well. The Tharlings were recently the target of a slave raid conducted by Wheels, who drove down from the north. Several dozens were carried off. I fear this isn't the last we've seen of slave raiding. Treasure and a trick, classic, yeah. Okay, we can do a venture. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, that is horrific. Let's get a healing going here first. Look at how many things are going on at the moment. I need healing, no, hearing, and I will sacrifice 10. Didn't reply. Rip me. Our food situation is worse. We'll hope for the best. You have got to be kidding. You have got to be kidding me. The king approaches the ring to suggest reconciliation with the dwarves. We've never figured out how to seal the grate in the cellar. They can come up at any time to cause trouble. Let's send ancestral spirits to their underworld home, inviting them to peace talks. Reda opposes the plan. We must not dishonor Beren by dredging up old rumors that he forced the dwarves to build Berenstead. The people must believe in their founding king. Wait. He suggested reconciliation, but then he says we must never apologize. Normally I speak up for diplomacy and understanding, but the metal folk are a different matter. We bear no grudge against the metal folk. Dwarves make blades of both iron and bronze. I don't know about their honor. Peace with the metal folk will confer benefits, both intangible and cosmic. Dwarves won't talk to us. I kind of agree. I think we need them to not be stealing our treasure. Remember, it's a weird time. Strange bedfellows. And I want them to stop robbing me. So, let's try. Peace talks don't necessarily mean that we have to apologize. Minus more mood. Reda spoke out against the plan, raising trepidation of the people. Our ancestors wondered if we truly wanted to do this. When we assured them we did, those from the earliest Rider days volunteered. They journeyed into the underworld to act as our emissaries. A few days later, they returned, telling us the dwarves would sooner or later come up through the grate to hear us out. Okay. All right, we are running food. We are running food. We are running our blessing. So we are currently running all of our food blessings. Okay, venture. I think we are going to, what season am I in? I think we're gonna herd. Late sea season. Yeah, let's not go anywhere at the moment. Let's do some herding. 17 more cows, 3 more horses. We're gonna hope for the best. I literally don't know what else we can really do on that. Let's try to go sell some goods. Tindalore will be exploring the other side without a map, navigating the scrambled stories of the constantly shifting God War. When you plunge into random parts of the God War, you take what it gives you. Tindalore finds the path leading to the divine realm. Once in that place, time ceases to exist. Senses heighten and blur, and disorientation reigns. Struggling to move through the bombarding landscape of hues, clamor, and divinity, Tindalore beholds a forking path. To the left, he senses the presence of one god, to the right, another. Which one does Tindalore head towards? Oh, it was the forager. They said hunting. All right, well, Dostal is associated with that. And that is associated with food. Urox is a chaos fighter, which, I mean, we gotta kill chaos, but I don't feel like this is the man to do it. All right, we're going to try to do Cenala. The trail of berries led towards Cenala the Forager. Oh man, that looks so much nicer. What is that? What is that? I smell a wolf den. That might come in handy. Tindalore's journeys reach Cenala's forage lands, a paradisical region where food, long extinct in the everyday world, still grows in abundance. They spy bushes full of tantalizing berries. Before they can harvest them, they spot Yatello, the Hunger Man, awakening in the distance. If left to act in accordance with his nature, this devouring entity will surely steal the berries, killing the primal fertility of the forage lands. All right, his suggestion is we trick him with wolves. I mean, that sounds good to me. Aurochs is also the mad berserker. Yep. He's the winged bull. He hates chaos and he does berserking. You have a lot of events with him in King of Dragon Pass. All right, we're gonna try to trick Yatello so that he follows me into danger. Would you go away? I'm trying to take a screenshot. Yoink. What a great lot of food we have in our packs, Tindalor exclaimed, piquing Hungry Man's attention. He followed us until we passed the hidden wolf's den. The wolves first lunged at Hunger Man, but then saw we had more meat on our bones. They chased us into a strange place far from the forage lands. That looks horrific. Man, we are just having a bad day. Brews are the spawn of the Godish Ragnaglar, one of the unholy three. All my homies hate the unholy three. The sojourners must... oh my goodness. The sojourners find much of the disintegrating god place infested by brews. These particular specimens radiate power and confidence of malign heroes. Okay, so we could fight with ferocity, and our combat is excellent. We could fight with knowledge. I assume that would be lore or magic. We're not great at that. Or we could join the fray without hesitation. I think we're gonna fight with ferocity. Or we could join without hesitation. We are excellent at combat. Ferocity. -4 swords, -4 pop. That's because our swords died. Their will to live could not match our desire to kill. Tindalor was pleased we had defeated a challenging foe, but worries that 4 of the questers would not be continuing. Suddenly, the Divine Realm shudders, and Tindalor and his escorts are elsewhere. Ram and Rider heroes team up to battle a chaos beast. Okay. Turning the tide with arrows will be harder than wading in. So we could join the fight. That's what he wants to do. We could pepper them with arrows. We could shout the unity poem. We ride the storm. That sounds like a metal poem. We ride the storm. Sin befuddling magic. Looks like a octopus T-Rex. We got riders and we have rams. And we are totally down with that, so that's not a problem. I mean, we obviously joined the fight, right? The ancient heroes whooped as Tindalor and company slashed its rancid hide. It fell in a stinking heap. One of us was killed and another 2 were wounded. We are dropping like flies. Hey, it's one of the ones. I think I used him as a thumbnail in the last game. Might do that again. After a series of inconclusive, half-perceived encounters, the questers find themselves on a broken solar road. They are attacked by Yonesh, the baleful cold sun, who radiates not life-giving heat, but the frigid energy of a dying world. How do we respond? I'll mislead him with the hunter's guile. I don't know about that. I was gonna say my gut said Elmo's fire. We do have Elmo's blessing right now. With Homunc's implacability, with tricks and feints. I mean, he follows Dostal, and this is what Dostal would probably want to do. So that kind of makes sense, although I'm worried it doesn't say the word Dostal. Imal is Yanesh's brother, if I remember right. Yeah, well, remember that there were... I don't remember if they were brothers, but there were like 7 false sons, and they were all stealing tiles from the Solar Road after Yelm was killed. I'm really leaning towards that fire, but this is also what he suggested. So he thinks this is for the best. I'm gonna believe in him. But there were no hiding from the chill of the end of days and no tricks to play to frigid death. The cold sun waited them out, freezing each one in turn. Exploring the other side is more dangerous than it's ever been. If you get another opportunity, your explorers will face different challenges. Dang. Dang, dang, dang. All right, well, we lived. The air is no longer thin and deadly calm. Our Orlanth worshippers who were particularly affected have recovered. All right, well, it could have been a lot worse. That was okay. To help feed the clan, we could send out foragers. Deal. I'm in. Found nuts that had not been rotted. They'll be able to make use of the bounty. We're being raided by the Mergini, 7 chariots and 112. We have 1 in 60. We're going for survival. Let's try to maneuver. As we begun to maneuver, they sent out a herald. Do we agree to a parley? Yes. They mocked our emissaries and clan. Respond in kind. You must worry that the gods have turned away from you. They laughed us off when they continued to taunt us. Reda could think of nothing. She returned to the lines in a foul mood. We are going to get absolutely blasted. All right, try to skirmish. They rushed us before we got off more than a few volleys. Take advantage of an opportunity for slaughter. Oh no, it's Delma. Delma and the fighters closest to her have managed to isolate a large group of Mergani and have a good chance to kill all of them. Unfortunately, this would take Delma away from the main battle. What do? We will concentrate on winning the battle. They cautiously rejoin the main force. Let's conserve our strength. They kept their chariots to the rear, loosing arrows. They ended up with a better position. The battle began to sway their way. Karina said that perhaps they had gotten lucky. I think it's time. Berserk attack. We lost. Chariots with blades on the axles took a cruel toll on our forces. Man, we are not a warrior clan. I think that's pretty obvious. They killed 15 regulars and wounded 21 more. They stole 22 cows and 15 horses. We are absolutely getting destroyed at the moment. Absolutely destroyed. Okay, Sure Shot is up. Rudel is up. Somebody did mention maybe we should do Calf Blessing. I don't hate that idea. We have no magic though. Now is really not a good time to do blessings. We're hurting and we're foraging, so I can't do any other ventures. We're down to 2 swords. I really need to re-recruit. I think some of them are away, but still. Raise 6 warriors. Yeah, we're still on insufficient warriors. I think we're going to do that again. 6 more warriors. Yeah, we were... Some of them are not at home, but yeah, that's not enough. A delegation of Gendari, known for strong magic, asked for 20 cows. In exchange, we'll owe you a favor. The exchange favors underpins Valley society, tying clans together in a web of obligation. Without favors, there would be no diplomacy. Agree creates bond. Yeah, I'm pretty... Yeah, I'll do it. It sucks. They praised us in the customary way and departed. When they were gone, people said, but we need the cows. We do need the cows. It's been 3 years since we last raided. Other clans will start to doubt our might. Reda, have you been here the last, 5 years? They definitely will doubt our might because we have no might. Late Earth season, so we're still harvesting. That is not a good number. All right, let's try to go trade for some food. We're sitting on a lot of goods. Let's try to do something about that. We'll send a caravan. We are going to sell some horses or some goods. Oh, we could do both. Perfect. And we want to buy food. Who are we going to do it with? Weren't the White Fox afraid of us? Like the only people on Earth who are afraid of us? Let's try that. Our food situation is grave. We could ask for the Rudel blessing. Yeah. All right, we're gonna hope for the best. We cannot slaughter any more cattle. We need to rebuild our herds here. buy some more cattle. That's also a pretty good option. Early dark season. Okay, there's a Vestering down here. All right, let's do an explore. Let's explore to the south some. Well, then again, it said the Regalia was in the north. I'm just hoping that we get an event up here where we can find a clue. Maybe we just make a big one and head up that way. No bows because we are really low on manpower. I'll send you 5 swords, and I'm not sending her away. We need to be able to defend ourselves. Glorantha, our boy, will be in charge of that. Our caravan's back from the fight. White Foxes. White Foxes traders were pleased to receive a caravan. We traded 68 cows worth of goods for less than a season's worth of food. That's so bad in this game. Everyone's starving. Invoking the Beren and Redalda privilege to have conflicts adjudicated by a king, the Urkarling clans asked Ivor and Lantho to resolve a dispute they have with the Gindari. What use is a tribe if you can't trust your tribe mates? Yet the Gindari cheated our merchants and made unreasonable demands on us, calling for favors all the time. It is for those injuries that we claim restitution. They asked that the Gindari clan be ordered to pay them 20 cows in compensation. Each clan brought the customary audience gifts worth 5 cows. More important than their arguments is their fealty. Kings can show both justice and generosity by passing judgment, then paying any compensation. They'll be happy to make both sides happy. There is no obvious way to, in a complex case. We can afford the royal gesture of compensating the Urkarlings. Their claim will be difficult to prove, so it will be hard to decide. Any choice is going to make at least one side unhappy. Okay, well, we have the event where he is more successful in what he does. I kind of want to mediate between the two, but he says this is what he wants to do. And we were told that he is blessed right now. Let's test that blessing. Before we hear your claims, you must swear allegiance to the crown. Gradually, they restated their oaths to the king and tribe. Thank goodness. I'm not sure I can take very many more bruises. Okay, let's see if anything changed here. Rule in favor of the clan. Mediate. Most generous. Okay, most people think that the Urkarling is correct. Only one person wants mediation. Although she says he'll be able to make them both happy. She's a quiet cornerstone here on this thing. She has not led us astray yet. And he is blessed. Let's try to mediate. Ivor and Lantho held private discussions between the two clans. The talks soon turned into heated arguments. Each side came up with more grievances against each other. He tried to calm their tempers, but the only thing the parties could agree on is that he was a meddling fool. They stomped off. Rip. What are the black dots? I'm not certain. Oh, you know what? I bet you this is places that have disappeared. I bet you these are spots that reality has melted away. Because remember, we used to have a clan right here. Nervous. Man, common builder L here apparently. We just literally can't do anything. We could try to get curing up again. We don't have Rudel. Nope, let's get Rudel up because we are absolutely starving. Got our blessing. Dostal. We'll sacrifice. Sure shot, sacrifice. Okay, well, both of those are up. Ah, the dwarves, the thieves. As they promised your ancestors, dwarves came up through the cellar grate to engage in peace talks. What can you offer the world machine, they ask. Debasement of Beren cannot be considered. So anything except for a tone. Understanding others is important, but not so much that we should toss Redalda and Beren in the trash pile. So we want to unite against chaos. Even a one-time gift of magic represents a serious sacrifice. To promise it annually? We deem slavery dishonorable, but some clans that worship Hamunk do not. 30 cows worth of goods and treasure will ensure success. Peace through atonement grants cosmic effect and greater resonance. I really don't like this, but I really like his advice. Bribe them and be done with it. I mean, we really need some cosmic things happening here because we are getting absolutely blasted. And if those black spots on the map are truly like reality unweaving, it's on our doorstep. This is gonna make people so mad though. This is gonna make people so mad. We've got the goods for a bribe. We must all unite against chaos. I mean, that's true too. God, this is a hard one. I don't like this. I don't like this at all, but he is also somebody who has not led us astray. See, the bribe might stop them from robbing us, but what benefit does it bring us? Whereas if we unite against chaos, A, they should stop raiding us, and B, maybe we could get them to help. Man, I feel like this is important. Peace through atonement. All right, Saradin, I'm gonna trust you, man. I'm gonna trust you. People are gonna be so mad about this. We will give them a gift to offer a treasure. No, they've already stole my treasures. All right, they said of 30. There's 31. Plus mood, minus goods. We find the mathematics of your offer incontrovertible, they said. This was their way of agreeing to peace between the builders and the dwarves. This new peace gave the people hope. Okay, wow, that was way less painful than I thought it was gonna be. Like, way less painful. We didn't have our clan mood go even worse. 1 season of food. Man. Storm season. My spirits are still not back. We still have the Raven curse. Our exploration's auspicious. Okay, we didn't get any exploration out. Maybe let's try a little bit more. We did send one up there. Maybe we try to go get a spirit from up here. So we will send... Where's my spirit lady? Dresta, the search for spirits. Have we encountered trolls? No. We heard that the trolls in Chaos were fighting. They are also our ancient enemy. All right, again, I'm not going to send any bows because we need them to be planting here before these guys will return. Go find me a spirit. Blessed news, I am pregnant. My husband and I are overcome with joy. Well, congratulations, Retta. Borthan died of old age. His kin are sad, but relieved to see the end of his suffering. He taught the clan so much. Last year, 30 babies were born. We initiated 18 children as adults. The clan has 17 fewer people, 30 fewer head of cattle, and 10 fewer horses. We're poor in livestock and have enough horses. Our crafters produce goods worth 44 cows. Our seasonal market made a profit of 42 cows. Maintaining our shrines took that. We have no spirits. Elmal knew the other clan, made the other clans know he's protecting us. Okay, here we go. This is the important bit. The omen showed a fiery goddess on a dappled horse who said we should explore distant lands this year. Okay, we really need that exploration. And again, there is all my magic. We are getting absolutely blasted. Remember the years where we used to have 10 reserves? Babel remembers. The walls have a ward against trolls? Yes, they do. That was my choice. I think in this era, trolls conquered most of the world after having been driven out of the underworld. They took the brunt against chaos and fought them the hardest. Still jerks. Orlanth must not be dead because the lingering magic in his temple has given us war magic for about 2 years. At least that's what the priests say. As for me, I think it's a sign he's returning. Oh, Jannard, I could kiss you, you ugly bearded man. Sadly, I returned from our mission to the northwest with only half of the brave escort that set out with me. As we traversed the forest, a great hole opened up beneath us, full of blood and eyeballs. It sucked 2 of us, drowning and devouring. The rest escaped this fate, fleeing until we spotted explorers from the Shining Blossom clan. They said they were in search of selflessness, which was not a mere abstraction, but a weapon that would be needed in the war against chaos. Their leader, a shaman, shook and writhed and said the correct detachment could be gained through acts of generosity. Therefore, they gave us wealth belt tokens worth 17 cows. Okay. We're very low on goods. We're very low on cattle. We can start another venture and we're already hurting. I think we're gonna need to do some crafting. We're gonna do some gem crafting here. Our crafters produced a necklace worth 34 cows. We're gonna have to hope for the best. Okay, we're foraging and not hunting. Let's get the hunting up immediately. Harth and the other hunters located a stream that still had fish. They would be able to return there and bring some more food home for the year. We are just absolutely starving to death. I cannot get out of this tailspin. Hope for the best. All right, let's go try to buy some food from somebody. A young shepherd reports that commoners of your clan had felled a deer and eaten every last morsel without sharing any of it. Worse, they stole several jars of pickled food to complete their feast. They threatened the boy with a beating if he told the ring about this. He counted 8 squanderers. Most belonged to Reda's family. Oh. Before Beren became king, a group called Antler Society rose in our ranks. They were betrayers, but not everyone wanted them sent away. I do remember that. Hunger overwhelmed them. Yeah, quit making excuses. These days, no one survives banishment. Everyone is taught from a very young age how to share. They won't do it again. Squandering our limited food source is a serious matter. Yeah, we can't afford to be sending people out. Let's just scold them. People said words were not enough. Reda should have taken matters in hand, they hinted. Karina said that the ring has been in a tough spot. It was hard to be tough enough, but not so harsh as to elicit sympathy for the wrongdoers. It's not good times in Builderland. It's not good times in Builderland. Food. Less than a season. I have nothing I can do here. We are running Sure Shot. We are running Rudel. We are running Milk Blessing. All the food blessings are up and running. Are you still down, Advisor? Nope, we got Hanth back in here. Or we added Hanth in that slot. I think we're gonna try to do a bunch of exploring. We had a vision to do it and I put magic in there. So we're gonna hit explore really hard this year. I mean, explore. Some sort of, I think, is that the glacier from up north? All right, let's send one that direction. Not you though, because I need you to go do, actually, you know what? No, let's go buy food first. Let's send a caravan. And we're going to sell horses. And we're gonna buy food. And we're gonna try to get a big chunk. I doubt that's gonna work though. Calf blessing makes more cows. True, very true. I absolutely hate this new mechanic where I can't build as many temples as I want. That is my normal strategy, is to get all the blessings I like up and running in temples. Us having these temples that are up and using it up, but not providing us with much, has been an absolute millstone on our necks. Hopefully that will pay off though. Maybe Orlanth isn't dead and he's gonna be so happy when he comes back and we have a temple. He's gonna be so happy. All right, we're just gonna head to local clans that we have not visited yet. They're known for growing acceptable barley. I don't even think I can do that. We gotta go cheap here. Our food situation is desperate. I mean, I'm trying, man. I'm trying. We can't slaughter our cattle anymore. The caravan's back from Kostani. The Kostani traders were pleased to have our first caravan. We traded 16 horses for less than a season's worth of food. I mean, it is what it is. It is what it is. This game is way more unforgiving than the rest of this series. Yeah, no kidding. Like, in Ride Like the Wind, we never starved. We had some lean seasons, but we were never starving. Temples work based on number of people plus each alliance allows one. Been like that since King of Dragon Pass. I guess maybe our numbers are just low then. Plus, we did have one of our friends get eaten. That's not great. Okay. I did the best I can here. We could try to do that trade one more time. I'm not sure it'll help. Let's get some exploration out. Because we were told to do this. Okay, I am going to send you... God, this is so dangerous. We're back from searching the mountains. There were no spirits to be found. Perhaps they're all dealing with the chaos spirits. Dang it. I kind of wondered if that was going to be the case. Your horses have become uncooperative. They refuse to work and will not allow themselves to be ridden. After several weeks of this, Reda has a dream in which Redalda tells her words of persuasion. When she speaks to these horses, they return to normal. The people remain troubled by this incident and ask what could have caused it. When Reda can't say, they ask the ring. Reda necessary intervention costs us magic. Ow. Redalda's words recalled those she used when convincing horses to let Beren ride. Not spirits likely ascending from a mortal foe. Pick a weak clan within easy reach like the White Foxes. It's a curse sent by the Oro Tagnini. We can't blame the death of our gods for this, as our horse goddess Redalda still lives. Okay, we will blame a nearby clan. They claim that the White Foxes are weak. I'd love to hit one of the people who's been attacking us, but maybe we attack somebody who's weak because we kind of suck. We kind of suck. We're gonna blame the White Fox. People thought it likely that another clan had done this, but didn't see the proof it was White Foxes. Karina said that we would keep working at it until the people blame them for every setback. If you blame a clan, you need to raid the clan? I guess we will then. Okay, we can't do it in Earth Season though. I'm not disrupting our harvest for literally anything. Let's send another exploration out. This is a chunk we have not explored. Again, it said to the north, so I'm just gonna believe that. We'll go here. I'm not sending her away. I guess you're up in Nori. No bows. 3 swords. Okay, late Earth Season. Again, we're going whole hog here. We need something to break this deadlock. Because we're not going to get our way out of this just by doing the same thing we keep doing. Glorantha, I believe in you, man. 3 swords and you're exploring. Go. They can definitely not say that I didn't do exploration. A diverse swarm of chaos monsters masses seemingly drawn to Berenstad. Most of them are scorpion men. Oh, we hate scorpion men. Although there are still some brews and Waktopus among them. They managed to elude our patrols and have only 2 swords and 49 bows available to fight. It's difficult to count them, but Karina thought we were certainly outnumbered. I mean, our defender is supposedly blessing us. We've done a lot for Homunct. I think it's one of those 2. We haven't really done much with Elmal. We do have our warrior, and she does follow the war god. Maybe that's just a good double up. Monk doesn't care who dies as long as death comes. Yeah, but he's more on the side of good than evil. I don't think he likes chaos. And he hates undead, which chaos are kind of aligned with. That's a snapping turtle. That is terrifying. A snapping turtle with an axe. This almost looks like a middle-aged Atlantean. All right, I'm gonna go Hermunked. I have a feeling. I don't know. Karina was the obvious choice to lead the defense. By killing enough Scorpion Men, it might be possible to tamp down on the effects of chaos more broadly. Hanth can lead our forces while I do this. Okay, I'm gonna follow your words. You're heroic. Kill as many Scorpion Men as possible. Plus mood, minus some population, minus some horses. Some of the Scorpion Men had colored cloth tied around their tails, which they held up like battle bandards as they scuttled forward. Pulling on Hermunked to guide her sword, Karina entered a trance-like state and darted through the Chaos Army, striking to both sides. Finally, the attackers could take no more of this. They hightailed it for home. 5 of our warriors died and another 12 were hurt. Again, I can't really ask for more than that. I can't really ask for more than that. We need some more warriors, and it is dark season. So this sounds like the time to recruit warriors. Oh, we're able to raise 3. Ouch. Yeah, we really need to send a raid out. When people come back, I think we're going to plan on doing a raid next year. Okay, we don't have a venture currently. As much as it sucks, I think we're just going to try... We're going to try another sword recruit. Another 3. My baby has been born. We call him Rodar. Auspiciously, he has a birthmark shaped like a horse at the base of his spine. You guys. Grotesquely altered people in tattered robes arrive at your gate, offering help. We will gift you with abundant magic, they say, slurping their words like soup. Our blessing is that of Pocharno, who brings change to all things. Pretty, pretty change. You may think Pergargo a god of chaos, but no, Perchungo doesn't destroy. Percharngo changes. Percharngo improves. Step up and enfold yourself in benevolent embrace. Not happening. The king cannot demean himself by accepting the aid. Failing to act decisively lowers the view of us. They're right that we'll gain significant magic, but the price of acceptance would be high. I wouldn't want to fight them up close. Pochungo is the god of Gorp. All options are bad. The best seeming choice is worst of them all. Okay, so she said she doesn't want to fight them closely. I think we're gonna fire arrows at them. Screw these guys. We do not like your chaos crap. Normally I would say charge, but the fact that she doesn't want to fight is surprising to me. Our arrows pierced them with little effect. Weird smiles contorted their faces. They slouched off, singing a song in praise of Pochungo. They'd be back, the people worried. Rip me. Rip me. They seem friendly enough? Get to the stake, Nog. Get to the stake. A delegation arrives from the Barming clan to ask you as a Beren Telly clan a favor. On behalf of their chieftain, they say we ask for 20 cows. You guys are killing me. You're killing me. We must show royal generosity. Yeah, but we're poor. Members of the tribe often extend each other favors. It's convenient for other clans of each other favors. We must honor sturdy courage. One hand washes the other. We have fewer cows than we need. Give them goods. Yeah, we cannot. We cannot. I'll give you goods. They said they needed cows right away and didn't have time to take goods to trade for cattle elsewhere. All right. Never let it be said that a builder is not generous. We will give you what you ask. Early storm season. Do we have a venture yet? We need to do hurting really badly. No. War magic bonus, we have protection, we have an auspicious birth, we have raven curse, we have spirits departed, we have many people sick. Okay, oh, and our stuff is wearing off. We gotta get this up and running. Sacrifice to Dostal. 10 goods for Sure Shot. The spirits who left to trick and turn Wakboth in their silver realm have returned to us. Their victories have dampened chaos here. They brought with them another spirit who pledges to reside here. Known as the Spirit of Spirits, it will aid us if called upon in the direst of times. We're back from our expedition, which took us to the northeast. We visited an area that was untamed and largely featureless. We found a chest lying with the remains of dead traders containing jewels worth 6 cows. Jarlanth and his expedition reached the other side of the northern mountains, whose inhabitants greet them. Valley folk call them Urgishites, though they refer to themselves as the Zargosites, after their founding ancestor. They worship a lion and also a goat goddess, Uryarda, who your rider ancestors venerated. They praise you for coming all this way to visit them. Chaos wants people to stay separated from each other so they're more easily conquered, their lion priest says. They offer you a gift of dried goat meat. Dude. Common goat W. Where's Kermode Bear when I need him? Where's Kermode Bear when I need him? Okay, so Jarlanth thinks we should ask for help to find a spirit. So what do you want? They want to give us dried goat meat. Okay, I mean, that sounds like food. That sounds like food. But then again, spirits are also like stupid good. All we ask for is unity. I mean, that sounds great, but can I eat it? I'm starting to think the trolls might have a point. Okay, are we gonna 1 or 3? What do you guys think? That's your choice, 1 or 3. We could just accept the goat meat. Maybe that'll help us with our food situation a little bit. On the other hand, a strong spirit could be a replenishing supply of food, depending on what it is. 3, 1, 3, 3. Okay, 3 seem to be winning it. Greed forever. I mean, can you be greedy when you're starved to death though, Floodwater? Also, very suspicious, seeing as our ancient enemy is the Flood. Very suspicious. 3, maybe we get a goat spirit. Goat spirit can eat cans. I zonked off late last night and I'm tuning in now. The king got old. Yes, he did. All right, spirit it is. Minus mood. We can do that, they said, but must warn you that the spirit has not allied itself with us in a tricksy being unworthy of trust. They led us to a stream where dwelt a cheese spirit. It could not be coaxed to join Berenstead. Any friend of the lion folk is no friend of mine. I can't believe I've been betrayed by cheese. That would have been huge if that had worked. Plus mood, thank goodness. Wandering worshippers of the Orlanthi Alnix god, Yinkin, stop to offer you a blessing to protect your storehouses from rats. Oh, that's right, that's the cat god. I remember that. Our magic will stop them all. In exchange, we ask for goods worth 20 cows. Rats eat food. We hate rats. I can't give you a feast, I'm sorry. A scruffy lot. They probably like cat girls. He says decline. Their magic can reduce the severity of undead. Yeah, the cats hate undead too. I don't remember what the connection is there, but they do. I told you if you keep hoping something good would happen. Why Yinkin has powers against the undead, I don't pretend to understand, but all hands in a fight, I suppose. For once, nothing bad can happen. Ha! Challenge accepted, Saradin. That's your miracle, Dresta? The arrival of moth-eaten cat impersonators? Alright, deal. Plus mood minus some goods. Phantom cats bolstered the efforts of your own Alnixes. People were pleased. It felt rare these days to have an unquestionably good thing happen to us. Very rare. Very rare good thing. Okay, we are in late storm. We don't have a venture. Let's try to do some more healing. And by healing, I mean hearing of our sick people. I gotta be a little careful with our goods here. Did not reply. Rip me. While we were searching the north, we ran across a scattered flock of sheep. We rounded them up and drove 64 home. Oh, thank goodness. Something good. Man. Just remember that magic equals luck. Yeah, you are totally not wrong, Araska. You're totally not wrong. Members of the Nar Anan clan request your aid in finding and driving off the foreign slave takers. These marauders worship Ompalam, the so-called god of order and command. Mostly known in the distant west, Ompalam is a chaos god in disguise. In truth, he brings coercion and captivity. His slavers have taken nearly a dozen Nar Onani. Your traders and explorers are no less vulnerable. Boy, funny how you guys keep attacking me and then you come over here to beg for help, isn't it? They are not of our tribe. Aiding them will provide a modest diplomatic advantage. Ompalam has recently become known here. Their war leaders are competent but not exceptional. Sending warriors will earn us a share of the loot. We can't foresee the results of their raid even if we take part in it. They'll get their hides handed to them. You know what? I'm sending warriors. Do it. Our combined forces found the Ompalamites, and the battle was joined. The sound thrashing the enslavers received taught them that our valley was not their hunting ground. The Nan Onan captives were freed unharmed. One of our warriors was hurt. Our share of the sea's loot was 21 cows. What happened to the trickster god lady? She was killed by a vampire that Karina summoned. Yeah. People were not happy about that. And we don't have any other trickster worshippers. Elmal is protecting us from loss of respect. All right, 29 babies, 9 more adults. We have 2 fewer people, 7 fewer head of cattle, 8 fewer horses. We're poor in livestock. We have enough horses. We produce goods. We maintain things. We don't have enough spirits. Elmal made sure the other clans were protecting us. Okay, Omen showed a tent in good condition, which indicated our chances were okay. So there was something out there that we were supposed to find that we didn't find. I guess that's it. That's all my magic yet again. Charon's party is back from the north. Last year, we minded the omen that said we should explore. Osara flared through the poisonous mist, blessing our expedition. Supposedly, the Arrowstone clan has been visited by Cenala. Why not me? We're the people who kept Cenalia's memory alive. I'm a little jelly. Those descended from Hyalor and the plant goddess Aldrya. Once rider clans with a schism which was never resolved. I totally resolved that. Our understanding was that she had died when the elves died. In fact, some say that it was her ghost who appeared. I haven't been able to learn why she visited or what happened. They may be keeping things quiet for fear of rekindling a religious war. Apparently, Araska, that's the first I had heard of it. Kind of makes sense if the world's dark, though. That's the whole problem. To help feed the clan, we could send out the hunters. All right, well, unfortunately, we're not going to be sending out the hunters because we're going to have to call it there. My voice is absolutely shot. So that is going to have to be it for today. My plan is that we will be back tomorrow at regular stream time, and we're going to be continuing on. We have taken some lumps, builders. We have taken some lumps. Our population is very worrisome. Very worrisome. We really need to get that turned around, and I don't have a good way to do this. Maybe we do need to do our venture for a little bit of magic just to have some good luck, because man, we are having horrible luck. So if you enjoy the beating, don't forget to leave a like on the stream. That helps me a ton. Tells the algorithm that people with discerning taste like you should come and watch this stream. If you're not a member, if you're not a subscriber, I hope I've earned your subscription. I'd love to have you back. If you're not a member, I'd love to earn your membership too, by the way. If you want to support the channel, you could do that through a membership or a super chat. or a super thanks, or check out the Patreon linked in the channel info. I also have a Discord linked in there. If YouTube doesn't tell you when I'm going live, about 15 minutes before I do an @everyone in my announcement channel, so you'll get that ping on Discord. If you want to hang out and talk games, but you don't want that, you can always mute the announcement channel. That's the only channel I do @people in. Beyond that, I hope you guys are enjoying Lights Go Out. This has been very hard. I actually went in here thinking that this was going to be a breeze because we had a save game. We are getting absolutely blasted. I hope we can survive. That's about all I can say. Did the king sire children? Yes, he did. We have a child from the king and a child from Reda at the moment. So those lines are secure, as it were. All right, guys, happy Mother's Day. Don't forget to give your mom a call or a visit, and I hope to see you tomorrow for some more Lights Go Out. That's it for me. I will catch you tomorrow. Babble out.